you can beat the Vancouver Canucks. You might only get 3 power plays, but if you score 2 goals, this Canuck team has shown as of late, they don't put the puck in the net a lot.
Take the over here. Both teams are going to get 4 power plays. You heard it here. The Ford keys to the game. That's with Rob Brown. Brought to you by Ford, the official partner of the Edmonton Oilers. Built Ford proud. Cam Moon is up next. It's the Edmonton Oilers and the Vancouver Canucks. But for dealers, NHL hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
From the biggest stadiums to the coziest holes in the wall. From house parties to porch hangs to pride celebrations. From your favorite fuss shop to your local Indian spot. From noodle bars to sports bars to salsa bars. There's a Molson with your name on it. Canadian Ultra XL. Molson. Everyone in. Must be legal drinking age.
I'm Gene Principe for Legacy Heating and Cooling. Some people think I only know hockey, but I know from the flame in your furnace to your mighty ducts. At Legacy, we never shark our duties. We get cracking and knuckle down to have your heating and cooling systems working right, so you get a comfortable night's sleep. And that's just our division. I mean, a division of Legacy. But let's get to Pacifics. With Legacy, you'll get no interest and no principal payments for 1 year on your new furnace. Legacy, the difference with Legacy Heating and Cooling.
Tired of skyrocketing energy bills? Switch to clean, affordable power with Horizon Solar. Whether you want to cut costs, go green, or increase your home's value, Horizon Solar has you covered with tailored solar energy solutions. With current government incentives, there's never been a better time to make the switch. Own your power, control your bills, live sustainably. For your free assessment, call Horizon Solar today or visit horizonsolar.com to get started. Horizon Solar, where going green makes sense.
You might think it's crazy to put so much of our in-stock flooring on sale during the Big One clearance event, but it's not. Here's why. Even end-of-the-road flooring centers only have so much room, so we need to clear out what's already here to make room. It's not just a sale, it's our biggest sale. It's why we call it the Big One. We're not crazy. Our prices just make it look that way. The Big One clearance event on now for a limited time at end-of-the-road flooring centers. Let's get flooring.
12870 St. Albert Trail and now open at 580 Parsons Road Southwest.
God keep our land glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
This is Oil Country.
McDavid,
Now, with the call of tonight's exclusive NHL broadcast, Bob Stauffer and Cam Moon on the Oilers Radio Network.
The Edmonton Oilers host the Vancouver Canucks here at Rogers Place. Good evening, Cam Moon, along with Bob Stauffer, Bryn Griffiths, Rob Brown, Brendan Escott, Jack Michaels. We are the Oilers Radio Network. Oilers starting lineup. It's brought to you by Coventry Homes. Flexibility within reach. Get back in the game with customizable designs by Coventry Homes, the official builder of the Edmonton Oilers. For the Oilers up front, it'll be Ryan Nugent-Hopkins and Matthias Janmark. Connor Brown as well. On defense, Matthias Ekholm and Evan Bouchard. Calvin Pickard will start in goal. For the Canucks, JT Miller with Pius Suter and Brock Besser. On defense, Quinn Hughes and Mark Friedman. And goal, it's Thatcher Demko. The referees are Trevor Hansen and Brandon Blandina. Julian Fournier and Brandon Grillo are on the lines. We drop the puck. We're underway as Connor Brown gets the puck just into the Canucks zone. Along the boards is Hughes, up the left wing, up near the blue line, kept in by Bouchard. It'll come back to Bouchard. He'll get it to Nugent-Hopkins. The shot off the arm of Demko, and that goes out of play. Great opportunity. 20 seconds in for Nugent-Hopkins.
Yeah, point-blank look there, and I'm a little bit surprised how that all ended up transpiring because there were 2 opportunities to get hits in on Quinn Hughes. Instead, the Canucks turned the puck over, and Nugent-Hopkins with a tremendous opportunity. Bouchard, a real nice touch pass. And a good blocker save from Thatcher Demko, who's had a tough start to this year, Cam. He is at minus 7.6 goals saved above expectation.
A Had 23 saves in the 3-2 loss versus Buffalo on Tuesday.
Oilers didn't get enough shots on them on Saturday. Of course, that was Edmonton's 9th game in 16 days in 9 different cities.
Puck cleared out to center ice. Was it 15 shots on net that night?
It's quiet.
A league or a season low for the Oilers. Puck at the Edmonton blue line, and it's Kulak through the middle. On the right now to Draisaitl, comes in towards the net. The shot just wide. Arvidsson blew a tire along the left wing boards.
He has got to get his skates. Look, that's ridiculous.
Puck brought in by Hronek. Tried to shoot it. Fanned on it. It goes in behind the Edmonton net. We're scoreless here in the first. The Oilers hosting the Canucks. Puck inside the Edmonton zone. It's along the left wing, about top of the circle. It goes right to Draisaitl. He'll bring it out. 7-game point streak on the left side to Podkolzin. The shot and the save by Demko. He'll cover it. Minute 7 into the scoreless first.
Yeah, just to set the record straight, I mean, I don't see anybody going out of there. Connor Garland knows how to draw calls.
Yeah.
He's amongst the league leaders over the last 3 or 4 years. And he got Connor McDavid upset, but I don't see, I mean, he's, unless you're going to call up Drake Caggiula out of the minors, who's a smaller, feistier guy, maybe I could see Janmark getting in his grill, but just go play and make it hard on some of their better players.
Puck back to the left wing point. Bouchard through the middle, off the stick of Hyman, trying to sweep it towards the net. It goes into the right wing corner. Ekholm on the point to Bouchard. That one into the middle.
And Bouchard just took a high stick. Sherwood's going to get a penalty here.
No, Vancouver's getting the penalty.
Yep.
Yeah. Just took.
I'm telling you right now, you're going to get 4 power plays at least for both teams in this game.
Now touched by Di Giuseppe, so yes. Edmonton about to go on the power play. Just a minute 34 into a scoreless first period.
And this is the way to help mitigate against any of the, just call a few more calls. And I expect we'll see this tonight. Oilers' power play was not good against Washington. May have cost them the game. 0 for 3. It's dropped to 8th in the league at 23.9%. Vancouver's special teams are decent. It's their even strength play that's the issue. They're at 13th in the league at 80.6 on the PK.
Power play, it's brought to you by Atco Energy, your trusted energy retailer. Learn more at atcoenergy.com. Face off to the right of Demko. Puck goes to Susie. Susie goes behind his net, rips it around the boards and down the ice. Pickard will set it.
One of the challenges Edmonton had were on zone entries. McDavid's so good at it. And we'll see whether or not the Oilers are a little less deliberate in their approach.
It's Nugent Hopkins through the middle at the line, and that goes offside after it hit Suter's stick.
I hate the drop and delay unless you got a guy with McDavid's pace rocketing up the ice. Sometimes you can get teams sitting there waiting on that, and you can stretch them open on a 3-on-2, and that's what happened last year. Nugent Hopkins against Dallas in Game 5, and the second goal of the game that RNH had, it was a power play marker.
Off the draw, puck goes into the Canucks zone. Susie from Irma, Alberta. Off the left wing boards.
Saw his dad last night.
Did
Likes
you?
in town, yes.
Nice.
He had several friends with him.
Now it's Bouchard. Center, drops it to Nugent Hopkins. Got it in over the line on the left to Skinner. Jeff Skinner back to the point. Now to the right. It's Draisaitl into the right corner. Nugent Hopkins back to the blue line. Bouchard down low off the stick of Draisaitl. Goes in behind the net. Hronek in front of the net. There was Nugent Hopkins. Save made by Demko as Hronek gave it right to Nugent Hopkins. Puck on the right point. Bouchard down the right wing. Into the corner to Nugent Hopkins. Return pass to Draisaitl, broken up and cleared out by Bluger. 48 seconds to go in the Edmonton power play. Scoreless here in the first. Bouchard into the Canucks zone. Cross to Hyman, now on the right wing to Nugent Hopkins. Pass back to the point, that's broken up, cleared out. Di Giuseppe going to it, he'll get to it. He'll come down the right wing, a backhand save by Pickard. Loose puck goes to Jeff Skinner.
Oilers needs to get their second unit on the ice here.
Skinner in behind the Edmonton net. Now he lost an edge, but he recovers the puck and gave it to Nurse. That's twice we've seen that. Through the middle, Nurse. His pass off the stick of Henrique, deep into the Canucks zone. It goes to the end boards. It's rimmed on the left. Ekholm across to Nurse. Nurse on the left wing. Comes back to Ekholm. To Nurse. To Ekholm. Left side to Arvidsson. Arvidsson will shoot it. That's off his stick. Goes into the corner. Penalty is over. Vancouver kills it off. Oilers 0 for 1 with a man advantage. Puck in behind the net. Perry over to the right into the slot. And that goes off a stick. Comes back to Perry. He's got it on the right wing. Went to shoot it. Hits Henrique. Goes to the left wing corner. JT Miller gave it to Pettersson. Now in behind the net to Desharnais. The left wing. He missed Forbert with it. Goes all the way down. It's icing against the Canucks. 4 minutes, 2 seconds gone here in a scoreless first. And I don't know that the Oilers generated any momentum on that power play.
Their best opportunity came off of a misplay from Philip Roenick.
Tonight's game's presented by Aeroplan. Aeroplan's the perfect travel companion. Members can use their Aeroplan points for flights with more than 45 partner airlines, so the choice is yours for your next escape. Face off to the left of Demko. Phil taking the draw for the Oilers. Puck goes to the right wing corner. Forbert goes in behind the net. Gave it to Desharnais. Off the left wing, off of JT Miller's stick, but that'll be icing. There'll be another face-off in the Canucks zone.
No, Philp had a tough game in the circle and saw his minutes get decreased. Chris Knobloch spoke to him after practice, or during practice yesterday, said, don't worry. Try to get you some more minutes. You played fine, but he's got to win the occasional draw here.
Wins this one. Oh, they blew it down. He was about to win that one. We'll try it again. All right. In the face-off circle, Philp with Pettersson. Philp gets it to the right point. Ty Emberson put it to the corner boards. Forward, the left wing. Miller got it out. Canucks are trying to make a quick change. Puck brought in. Philp went to shoot it. It comes back to him, and he fires it over the net. May have launched off the stick of Hughes. Puck in the left corner. Philp up to the top of the circle to the right wing point. Emberson, a shot tipped on net, and a save by Demko. Kapanen, left wing corner. Back to the point to Stetcher, and he had that one. Hit Carlson, and it comes down into the Oilers zone. Stetcher in a battle with Carlson. It goes in behind the Edmonton net to the right side. Troy Stetcher quickly up the right wing. That'll be icing against the Oilers. Opportunity there for Phil, but looks like Hughes got his stick in there.
Yeah, he's got a heavy shot. And he almost ripped one home. Now an important draw here for Philp defensively.
Face off to the right of Pickard. Made 31 saves in a 5-3 win at Minnesota January 15th. That was his last game. Pettersson gets it back to the point to Hughes. Has it on the left. Played it in behind the net to the right. Comes around the boards and out.
Good hit by Pujols and sealed the wall there.
Hit Hronek and the puck comes out. Pettersson has it at center. Loops back into his own end. Now to Hughes on the left. Hughes brings it in. Puts it on net, blockered away by Pickard. Draisaitl out through the middle, off the stick of Nurse. Pettersson back into the Oilers zone. Put it cross corner to DeBrusk, the Edmonton product, into the right wing corner to Pettersson behind the net. Down to Garland. Garland will take a hit in the corner as Nurse works him over. Crowd likes that. And the puck along the left wing boards. DeBrusk lost it to Draisaitl. Draisaitl in behind the Edmonton net, stops, gets away from Garland. Little backhand pass, comes out to center ice, now to Hyman. He's in over the Canuck line. He's going to drive to the net. Scores! Zach Hyman makes it 1-0 for the Oilers.
What is Zach Hyman not wearing tonight? He doesn't have the bubble on, and already a playoff and net drive from Zach Hyman gained inside position after a long stretch pass from Leon Draisaitl. I mean, that's a backhand pass that goes 150 feet up the ice, and then he isolates Hronek, beats him to the interior, and takes it hard to the hole. 1-0 Edmonton.
5:52, time of the goal. Great drive to the net. It gets it underneath Demko to make it 1-0 for the Oilers. The 16th of the year for Hyman. And what a pass by Draisaitl. He's got points in 8 straight games. Back home in the Oiler end, got it around the boards. That doesn't get out. Sherwood in the corner. That gets broken up. Yeah, Mark will get it out. Through the middle to Nugent Hopkins, now to Bouchard. He'll dump it in. Out from behind his net is Desharnais, the former Oiler. We'll get it up the right wing. Puck gets to the neutral zone off of Ekholm. And and the Canucks go offside at the Edmonton blue line. We've played 6 minutes, 21 seconds of the first. 1-0. The Oilers lead on a goal by Zach Hyman. We'll be right back from Rogers Place. It's Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Chemco is more than just a trusted local name. Chemco has been building industry across Canada for more than 60 years. From engineering through to commissioning, construction, maintenance, and beyond, Chemco's multidiscipline approach stands firmly on the belief that Chemco cares. It's not just what they do, it's how they do it. Visit Chemco.com and discover how they can support your project today. Chemco, proud fans of the Edmonton Oilers, serving and supporting communities across Canada for over 60 years.
Hockey is back, and so is Play Alberta, Alberta's #1 sports book and the official partner of the Edmonton Oilers. Cheer for the Oilers while scoring bigger offers, boosted odds, live betting, player props, and more. New to Alberta? New players now receive $200 in free bets just for signing up. Already a player? Get a $10 free bet for every $100 you bet. Download the new Sportsbook app and make your picks today. Bonus terms and conditions apply.
Hey, hockey fans! Hard rubber works well on the ice rink, but not so good on frozen roads. Aturo tires are engineered with that in mind. Scientifically designed tread patterns, along with resilient rubber compounds, allow Aturo tires to grip well in the cold of winter, while providing excellent traction and long tread life through year-round conditions. Aturo has the all-weather tire for you. Available at Action Car and Tire, Point S, and tire shops everywhere. Find a dealer near you at atturo.com.
Listen on air, online, and on the Radio Player Canada app. This is the Oilers Radio Network.
1-0 Oilers lead here in the first. 6:21 gone as they host the Canucks. Tonight's Oilers Mega 50-50 presented by Rogers. It's addressing food security across oil country by supporting Second Harvest. Second Harvest reduces food waste and provides communities with the food they need. You can help support by getting your 50-50 tickets at edmontonoilers.com/50-50. Total jackpot $950,000 right now. At the Canuck blue line, it's Hughes. Third and defenseman scoring coming into this one tonight. Up the left wing to JT Miller, off his stick into the Edmonton zone. Bouchard to the middle to Nugent Hopkins, now over to Matthias Ekholm. Comes up the left wing, finds Bouchard, now to Nugent Hopkins, in over the line, right wing to Brown, cross ice, just missed. Janmark would have had the chance down the left wing, puck on the left wing boards, it's Nugent Hopkins. He stops top of the circle, shoots it wide of the net, rims to the right point, and they'll say it was knocked down by the high stick of Bouchard to Brown, so we get the whistle. Zach Hyman, the goal scorer, 16th of the year from Leon Draisaitl at 5:52, has the Oilers up 1-0.
So just a thought here.
Okay.
Do you flip the wingers, knowing that Hyman and Draisaitl combined in that goal? Do you go back to put Colson with Leon?
I wouldn't be surprised if it happens.
But right now it's going to be Henrique with Hyman and Perry.
And the puck goes into the Canucks zone. Hronek in front of his own net, up the right wing, off of Carlson, and in it goes. Ty Emberson. Around the boards, Soucy's pinching in. That forces Hyman back into the corner. Now Hyman on the right wing, his pass picked off. Carlson will shoot it. Glove save made by Pickard. As Linus Carlson with an opportunity in the slot, Ed Pickard with the save.
Well, Zach Hyman will tell you got hooked there, but you got to get the puck out. I didn't think that was a penalty. And a good opportunity. No, it was a good strip.
Linus Carlson, who was recalled January 22nd. This is only his third game of the season with the Canucks. Has been in Abbotsford in the American Hockey League. Puck gets to the middle. He had the chance. Stetcher will get it out. Skates up the left wing. He's into the Canucks zone, off the boards and in. Hughes goes in behind the net. Rims it high on the glass over the stick of Emberson. It will roll down into the Oilers zone. Pickard to Emberson. He's got to go in behind the net. Gets away from Carlson. Cuts up the middle.
He's good at that. He knows how to use that net.
Now to Hyman. He'll come in on the right. Lost it. Carlson will take a hit from Henrique, but the puck comes out. Pedersen to Hronek into the Edmonton zone. Goes to the right wing corner. Now along the right wing boards, Di Giuseppe left it, and Kulak there for the Oilers. He can go across to Nurse. He'll get the center ice through the middle of Podkolzin. Comes into the Canucks zone on the right. To the point to Kulak. Throws it off the left wing corner boards. And it bounces to DeBrusk. Will get it high in the air and out. Bouncing puck at the Edmonton blue line where Draisaitl into his own end to Kulak. He's got to hurry. He's got DeBrusk right on him. And now we'll come up the right wing. DeBrusk still there, though. Gets to center ice. Draisaitl bumped right in front of the penalty box. 1-0 Oilers lead here in the first. 8.5 gone. DeBrusk digs the puck out.
Sherwood's got over 250 hits. He leans into guys, doesn't he?
Sure does. The right wing is Heinen. Jeff Skinner on him. Off the right wing and in. And Pickard's got to play it. Rims it to Draisaitl. Now to Nurse. He will get it out. Darnay across to Hughes. Hughes into the middle of the ice to Sherwood and then to Bluger. He'll shoot it in. Bouchard rimming it. Bluger knocks it down. Over to the right wing for Heinen. Up to the top of the circle. Sherwood comes in there as well. Bluger will find the loose puck. Go to the right corner. To the left wing point to Hughes. Poked off his stick nicely by Kapanen and it comes out.
Good play by Kapanen. Closing time and space on Hughes.
Garland will get it in. Left where Besser will get it in. He'll go to the net. The shot. The save made by Pickard. Got it with a left pad. Bluger has it on the left wing. Back to the point to Hughes. Cross to Hronek. Now low to Besser. Besser into the left wing corner. Lost the top of the circle. Kapanen to the line, but Suter knocked it down. It stays in to Besser, left corner. Now to Miller on the left wing. Out to Suter is one-timer, and that one is blocked. It goes out of play.
Well, they got the matchup they wanted. They got their top guys on the ice against the Oilers' fourth line, and Edmonton had 2 chances to make a play to get it out. They couldn't vacate the zone. Good pressure from Vancouver.
Good save by Pickard off of Besser. Keeps the Oilers ahead 1-0. Stuart Skinner was applauding, banging his blocker on the boards after that save by Pickard. Face off to the right of Calvin Pickard. Nugent Hopkins against JT Miller. Nugent Hopkins wins the draw and up the right wing. Bouchard, his pass across misses everybody, and going back is Ekholm. Off the left wing boards and down the ice. It'll be icing against the Oilers.
Kind of airmailed that one a bit. The Oilers had an opportunity to make a play there, and Vancouver will switch some lines here.
Yeah, he had 2 options there. He had Janmark and Ekholm, and it went between the both of them.
Out comes Pettersson with DeBrusk and Garland. Garland leads them in time on ice amongst their forwards. 19.5 minutes per game.
Face off to the right of Pickard. Tie up. Puck goes to Garland. He'll center it. Oh, and a save by Pickard off of DeBrusk. He got it with the right pad. Nugent Hopkins will get it out. Off the right wing boards and in. That's another big save by Calvin Pickard. Garland coming out of his end for Vancouver through the middle. On the left now to Hughes. Into the Oilers zone. Shoots it off the glove of Pickard. He's going to cover that up. 9:35 to go in the first. We're going to take a break. 1-0 Oilers lead the Canucks. From Rogers Place, it's For Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Calling all hockey parents. Ford of Canada and the Edmonton Oilers want to know how your child's minor hockey team gives back to the community. For a chance to win a once-in-a-lifetime experience with Ford drills and skills to train like a pro at Rogers Place. Open to minor hockey teams with players between the ages of 7 to 13 in Edmonton and area. Register your child's minor hockey team today at FordDrillsAndSkills.ca. Registration closes January 31st.
Rogers is Canada's fastest and most reliable internet. We're made for Oilers fans. You can stream Brown's scoring down in the basement. And there it is! Watch Leon light the lamp in the living room. Spectacular! Connor scoring in all corners of the house. And Nurse notching a game winner in the nursery. Very quietly, of course. Rogers, proud partner and fan of your Edmonton Oilers. Edmonton comes all the way back!
Celebrating 70 years in the signage industry, William Huff Advertising is the most recognized name in the game. an in-house one-stop shop for all of your design, print, and installation needs. William Huff provides quality graphic solutions for everyone. Here in our City of Champions and throughout the nation, they are the preferred signage partner entrusted by many of the biggest corporations, pro sports teams, and organizations to bring their identity to life. Recognize the name, get in the game. WilliamHuff.com.
All games, all season. You're listening to the Oilers Radio Network.
Here at Rogers Place, the Edmonton Oilers have a 1-0 lead on the Vancouver Canucks. 9:35 to go here in the first period. Cam Moon along with Bob Stauffer. Zach Hyman is the goal scorer. And that is his 16th of the season. But the Canucks have had some opportunities here in the first half of the first period.
They created some looks off cycles, and Pickard's been on his game.
Face-off will be to the right of Calvin Pickard. Draisaitl against JT Miller. Kick it around a bit. Suter towards the net, goes off the glove of Pickard. Arvidsson up the right wing to the line and out. Susie hit by Podkolzin. The puck hits center ice. JT Miller will shoot it in. Pickard sweeps it over to Nurse in the left corner. Go in behind the Edmonton net. Give it to Draisaitl. Comes out from behind the goal to the right wing. Now through the middle of the ice. Long pass up the left. It's to Nurse. He gets in over the line. Now to Arvidsson. Drops it. Podkolzin. His shot. And that one blocked. Comes across to Nurse on the left wing. In behind the net to Arvidsson. Podkolzin's in front of the goal. Arvidsson goes to the left wing. To the left wing point to Nurse. Nurse with a snapshot. Doesn't get through. Lots of traffic. It's sitting in the slot. And it comes back to the right point where Kulak has it. Right wing to Draisaitl. Down the right wing boards to Arvidsson. At the blue line. Hits a stick. It comes out. Edmonton has to regroup. Shot in by Draisaitl. Oilers make changes. Forward up the left wing in his own zone. Just got it to center ice. Henrique puts it right back in. Desharnais with it. Can't get it out. Went off of Corey Perry. Puck to the line. Kept in by Stetcher. They'll put it into the right wing corner for Hyman. Now to the left side to Perry. We'll jam it right back to the right wing point. Emberson into the slot. Trying to turn and shoot. Was Hyman off the outside of the goal. Puck goes to the right wing. Perry. He put it right through the slot. Goes to the left wing point. Stetcher kept it in. Puck gets to the left wing corner in the Canucks zone. 1-0 Oilers. 7:53 to go here in the first period. It's in behind the net. Penalty coming up to the Canucks as Hyman's got it behind the goal. Left wing to Perry. Perry got knocked down behind the net. That's why the penalty's coming up. Now to Draisaitl. To the middle. Goes off his stick. DiGiuseppe touches it. And the Oilers are about to get their second power play of the evening. They're 0-for-1 with a man advantage.
Well, for Edmonton, it would start if they could win a face-off in the offensive zone here. And Leon Draisaitl's an excellent face-off man. He's at 55.9%. He was at 56.5% early in the year. Canucks have got a couple guys that are pretty good themselves. It's going to be Bluger for Vancouver.
So Desharnais goes to the box. Power play brought to you by Atco Energy, your trusted energy retailer. Learn more at atcoenergy.com.
JT Miller's at 58.9. Bluger just won another draw, though.
It's tied up in skates, sent to the blue line. Rushing there to keep it in was Bouchard. Right wing to Hyman. Now to Nugent Hopkins. Side of the net for Skinner, but just broken up. It's in behind the goal, Hyman. On the left wing to Draisaitl. He's at the hash marks to the blue line to Bouchard. Back to Draisaitl. In front of the net. Save made by Demko. Jamming away with it was Hyman, but Demko was able to cover it. 7:14 to go in the first. 1-0 Oilers lead. But the Oilers getting the puck to the net here on this power play.
Yeah, much better job. And it was Vancouver couldn't clear it out. They had a chance. They ended up getting puck possession off the draw. And Bouchard and Arvidsson did a good job to close it on the point and give Edmonton a second chance opportunity. Leon flipped one to the net, and Hyman almost jammed one home.
Face off to the right of Demko.
Miller now out, as I mentioned, almost 59% on faceoffs.
It's up against Draisaitl. Miller won it to himself. Around the boards to the line and out. Nugent Hopkins has to retreat. Goes in behind the Edmonton goal. Gives the puck to Bouchard. Bouchard comes up the left wing to Draisaitl. Draisaitl through the middle. Into the Canuck end to Hyman on the right wing. Rims it to the left corner. Skinner behind the net. That goes past Draisaitl to the right wing for Zach Hyman. Into the corner. It comes across to Skinner. His shot. That's saved by Demko. The rebound comes in front of the net. Hyman can't get a shot through. Puck gets to the left wing side. Nugent Hopkins got it to the boards. Now has it left wing to the point for Bouchard. Bouchard right side to Draisaitl. It's up to the top of the circle all the way up to the point. Cycles the puck to Nugent Hopkins. Gives it to Draisaitl, right wing corner in front of the net. That goes off a stick to Draisaitl. Oh, that goes off the post and it goes all the way out to the neutral zone. Oh my! Oilers come close. Draisaitl in on the right wing. Into the corner to Nugent Hopkins. 23 seconds to go in the power play. To Bouchard on the blue line.
Too much hesitation. He's got to hammer it right away when he gets the chance.
Now to Draisaitl, right wing corner. Waiting, back to the line. Bouchard's one-timer. That's blocked. Goes to Draisaitl. Draisaitl to the side of the net. It hits Hyman. Comes across. Goes off of Nugent Hopkins. He's got it now into the left corner. His centering pass. Draisaitl scores! Leon Draisaitl with a one-timer. And it's 2-0 Edmonton.
Oh, great play by RNH. He keeps it alive. Edmonton battled down low, including Hyman. And Leon Draisaitl has finished. And that will be his NHL leading 35th goal of the season power play marker.
They were getting down to the end of that power play, but had pressure throughout. Nugent Hopkins with a pass, but it hit the stick of Hyman before it got to Draisaitl. So it might be Draisaitl from Hyman and Nugent Hopkins, but it was Nugent Hopkins that made the pass. 14:22, time of the goal. The Oilers have a 2-0 lead. That's power play marker. Edmonton 1 for 2 with a man advantage.
Oilers need a good 5v5 shift right here.
At center ice, Ekholm drilled the puck into the Canucks zone. Henrique to the left wing boards. It's taken to the boards by Sasson. Perry to the left corner. Get it around to the right side. Ekholm backhands it. It's jabbed in front. Scores! Adam Henrique at the side of the net. He makes it 3-0 Oilers.
Well, a great read by Ekholm, who leads the NHL in plus minus at plus 89 since coming to Edmonton a couple of years ago over that duration. But Adam Henrique with a slick set of mitts and behind the goal, and Ekholm saw Henrique and he went on his backhand and basically banked one off at Demko into the net. 20 seconds after the Oilers made it 2-0, it's now 3-0.
7th of the year for Henrique, 14:42. You're right, a very heads-up play by Matthias Ekholm to get that around behind. Need another
good 5v5 shift here. Phelps out.
You wanted a good 5v5 shift.
Well, you just got a
goal. That was pretty good, wasn't it?
Yep.
A goal 20 seconds later. And it's 3-0 Oilers, much to the delight of the Oiler faithful here at Rogers Place. Hughes with it inside his own line. Hronek up the middle off the stick of Miller. It'll go right to Pickard. Emberson up the right wing. It won't get out. Goes to the middle of the ice, comes back to Emberson. To Philp, his pass knocked down by Besser. Besser will swing it back to the left wing point to Hughes. Across to Hronek. To the left wing corner. Emberson rimming it. The puck will go to Philp. Oilers come out 2-on-1. Philp with the end mark. In over the line. Philp waiting. The shot. The save made by Demko.
What a chance for Noah. He made the right call, too. He put the puck in the net.
A real good chance. Oilers will make a change here. 3-0 Oilers lead in the first. Puck directed in by Sherwood. Pickard around the right wing. And out out of the corner, was sent off the glass and out by Stetcher. Heinen will get the puck into the Oiler end to Sherwood. Spun off a bit by Stetcher. It'll go to Nurse. To Draisaitl, now to Stetcher. Up the left wing. Give the puck to Podkolzin. Now on the right to Arvidsson, but the Oilers go offside at the blue line. We're going to we're thinking about taking a break, but everybody is gathered deep in the Canucks zone.
Darnell's laughing. He doesn't need to take this with Vincent Darnay.
No. Okay, it's all broken up. We'll take a break now. 4:02 to go here in the first. 3-0 Oilers lead the Canucks from Rogers Place. It's Four Dealers NHL hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Looking for custom flags, banners, or canopy tents? Aurora Flags and Banners has a dedicated team to provide you with custom solutions and quality products. Aurora Flags has proudly serviced Canadian businesses and organizations for more than 30 years. Get a quote today at auroraflags.com.
Do you have tickets to an upcoming event at Rogers Place that you can't attend? Donate your tickets to the Edmonton Oilers Community Foundation Seats for Kids program, presented by Eagle Builders. Seats for Kids provides unused game tickets for charities, allowing children and families to enjoy hockey at Rogers Place. And for many, a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. To be a part of the Seats for Kids program presented by Eagle Builders, please email edmonton@kidsupfront.com. That's edmonton@kidsupfront.com.
Our people, our team. It's what business owners almost always say is their most important resource. But strong businesses don't just find great people. They make sure their teams stay healthy, engaged, and performing at their best. A benefits plan from Alberta Blue Cross is more than just drug and dental. They support the whole person with flexible coverage levels that fit the size and circumstance of your business. Find a plan that gets results at ab.bluecross.ca.
Looking for custom flags, banners, or canopy tents? Aurora Flags and Banners has a dedicated team to provide you with custom solutions and quality products. Aurora Flags has proudly serviced Canadian businesses and organizations for more than 30 years. Get a quote today at auroraflags.com.
Listen on air, online, and on the Radio Player Canada app. This is the Oilers Radio Network.
Here at Rogers Place, Cam Moon along with Bob Stauffer. We're in the Legacy Heating and Cooling broadcast booth. Legacy Heating and Cooling, home and home payments, no interest for 1 year. Oilers have a 3-0 lead. Zach Hyman, Leon Draisaitl, Adam Henrique have scored for the Oilers. 4:02 to go in the first period. Face off at the Canuck blue line. Ekholm, shoot it in. It goes off the right corner boards. Off the right wing was Arvidsson. Got it to the middle, but spinning around was Garland. Desharnais will bounce it out. Bouchard to Draisaitl. Up the right wing, off of Podkolzin. Puck dumped back in, though. Bouchard over to Ekholm. He'll come up the left side. Pass on the right for Podkolzin. Just off his stick into the Canuck zone. It goes to the inboards with Desharnais. Gets to the right corner. Arvidsson along the boards with DeBrusk. DeBrusk to Sasson. Now on the left to Garland. Comes into the left wing corner. You can tell Garland has the puck by the reaction of the crowd. Puck goes to the right corner. He takes a hit there from Ekholm. Sasson back to the right wing point. Now to the middle to Soucy. He'll shoot it just wide. Comes off the inboards. Friedman got it comes into the slot. Garland comes around, wanted to shoot it, knocked off his stick. Soucy left point, a snapshot, glove save made by Pickard. He was able to find it through the traffic and will hold on to it with 2:56 to go in the first. The Oilers are up 3-0.
Well, Garland's up for the challenge. He's been their best forward here. He's played well. He's around the puck. That's why, who's going to know him better than Tocchet? He had him in Arizona.
Yeah.
The guy he scored his first 2 NHL goals in this building. The first one was off his face. He goes to the paint. He plays like he's 6'2", not like he's 5'8".
Yeah. Face off to the right of Pickard. To the top of the circles it goes, hopped over his stick, and now on the left it's Suter. A shot and a bad save made by Pickard. Connor Brown up the right wing, able to get it off the boards and out. Hronek's going to chase after it, but he's got Janmark on him. In behind the net to Hughes. Up the right wing boards and out. Emberson into his own end, actually forced back by Suter behind his net. Left wing for Kulak. Now Now it's flipped out to center ice. Brown into the Canucks zone. Brown across the line. On the left wing, and it was over to Kulak. His shot, and it's save made by Demko after he got it from Emberson, and Demko covers it up with 2:16 to go in the first, and the Oilers are up 3-0.
So Brown had a good stretch there where he was hot. Well, he doesn't have a point in the last 8 games and hasn't scored in 16. And he put that, he was lucky that didn't get stripped and going the other way. But the Oilers were able to funnel another puck to the net here.
It got through a few Canucks to get over there, didn't it? Usually that doesn't get through. But that time it did. We can laugh about it now because we're okay.
Well, someone debate whether or not we're actually okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Puck brought to the Edmonton blue line on the right wing. Henrique's able to flip it out of the zone. Soucy has it at his own blue line for the Canucks. Left wing to Bluger. Stood up by Stetcher. Stetcher smacks it out to center ice. Soucy on the left to Bluger. Back to Soucy. And they're able to play the puck in. Heinen was able to get it in. Canucks are offside. They got a tag up. Nurse will take his time with it. He's through the middle. Up the left wing to Henrique. Into the Canucks zone. To the right wing corner to Corey Perry. Perry in there with Forbert. Forbert goes in behind the net. Gave it to Darnay off the right wing boards and out. Minute 24 to go here in the first. Forbert steps up in over the line. His shot! The save made by Pickard. Holds on to that. Oilers up 3-0 here in the first.
The only reason why Edmonton didn't get another power play is because they've already had 2 and they're up 3-0. Because Ekholm had the stick completely slashed right out of his hands. And Chris Knobloch's going to get Noah Philp some help here. The face-off circle late in the period. Leon Draisaitl comes out. It's a left side draw. So Leon's going to take the draw. Kapanen and Philp, they have to decide which one of those guys is going to crash in and support Leon off the draw here.
Leon just wins it clean to Ekholm. Get it high in the air and out. Goes up on end. It won't be icing though. Hughes into the corner. Dodges the hit but lost the puck. Sent back to the point. Bouchard. On the right wing. Draisaitl to Bouchard. One-timer saved by Demko. Little give and go with Evan Bouchard. Leon Draisaitl results in a hard shot on net.
Oh, good work there. I might be inclined to keep that trio together. Ekholm and Bouchard with a nifty play in front of the net. Kapanen took a bit of a cross check there from Roenick. Should be signing part of his paycheck over to Quinn Hughes. Roenick over $7+ million on an 8-year deal. After he and Hughes had an unbelievable year last year, plus minus wise. I mean, Hughes is the second best American player in the game. Only Matthews. And Werenski's right there with Hughes, and it's only the body of work with Hughes that, because this year Werenski's been as good as anybody in the league.
We're into the last minute here in the first. Kapanen gets the puck in over the Vancouver line. Goes to Forbert. Got it out. Got knocked down by a stick. We get a whistle with 45 seconds.
Do you not concur? Like, Matthews is the best American player.
Yes. Yeah.
Like, he's a top
Quinn
5.
Hughes is like, he's right in the mix.
He's right there.
He's unbelievable.
And Werenski is having
he's having an unbelievable year.
Now, there is some very subtle offense. That team's way better offense. That team can score goals. Dean Evason's squad in Columbus.
We saw that.
Yes.
Yeah.
They give up goals, too, but they can score.
Brusque up the left wing will shoot it in. It's on net, steered aside by Pickard. 36 seconds to go here in the first. Puck back to the left wing point. Hughes. Down the left wing for Pettersson. Into the corner. Garland centering pass off his stick. There's Janmark for the Oilers to bring it out, and he'll come down the left wing. Throws the puck into the Canucks zone. Brown after it on the inboards. 20 seconds to go in the period. It's in behind the net. Soucy up the left side will clear it out. Kulak will take it to the Edmonton blue line. And we'll back into his own end for Nurse. Nurse behind the net. Over to Brown. First period ends. Oilers up 3-0. Had to lean on their netminder a bit early.
He made some stops, didn't he?
Yes, he did. I thought he made 3 in particular that were tremendous, Calvin Pickard. And the Oilers then get goals 20 seconds apart, which 1-0 lead, 3-0 off a lead quick. And Edmonton up, well, I guess the Canucks are up 3-0 on the Oilers on Saturday.
They were.
We can head downstairs. We got Brendan Escott downstairs with Zach Hyman.
Yeah, lots of goals with the face shield on, Zach, but first night without it. Can you articulate just how big a relief it is to be out there at a normal visor again?
Yeah, it's nice. Get the full field of vision back, so that helps.
Talk to me about what you think contributed most to a quality start by your team.
I thought we were pushing the whole period. We drew a couple penalties. Second power play was really good, getting the puck back and then finishing off at the end was great and took advantage of our chances.
All right, appreciate you.
Yeah, and Calvin played pretty good too.
There you go, guys.
All right, thanks very much, Brendan Escott with Zach Hyman. I like when the goaltender gets acknowledged for making some big saves, which Calvin Pickard most certainly did. The shots were... Well, they just put another one up there. 14-11 for Edmonton. They're up 3-0. Zach Hyman, Leon Draisaitl, Adam Henrique, the goal scorers, and the Oilers with that lead after 20. Bryn Griffiths, Rob Brown, they got the first intermission for you, so don't go anywhere. 3-0 Oilers lead after 20. From Rogers Place, it's More Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
To the fans who bleed orange and blue, never miss a game, and are always on the edge of their seat. Show your passion for the Oilers and cheer on the team at Molson Canadian Oilers Game Day Live. Attend throughout the season for your chance to win 2025-26 Edmonton Oilers season seats. Be there for the next Game Day Live event on January 27th at Caffrey's in the Park. For the full event schedule and to RSVP, go to OilersGameDayLive.com. Stay connected with your community and enjoy the latest updates and exclusive access to concerts and events by becoming an 880 Ched Insider. Don't miss out on a single moment. Sign up now at 880ched.com and click on Ched Insider Newsletter to become a vital part of Edmonton's premier news and talk community. 880 Ched, Edmonton's news, today's talk, where Edmonton stays informed and entertained today and every day. At the intermission, brought to you by End of the Row Flooring Centers. Let's get flooring.
Draisaitl in behind the Edmonton end, stops, gets away from Garland. Little backhand pass, comes out to center ice, now to Hyman. He's in over the Canuck line. He's going to drive to the net. Scores! Zach Hyman makes it 1-0 for the Oilers.
And that's our highlight zone, brought to you by Century Casinos. All in, all games, all season. Century Casinos with 3 great locations in Edmonton, St. Albert, and right next door to the Edmonton International Airport. Welcome to the Winter Zone. Welcome to the first intermission here at Rogers Place. After 20 minutes of play, the Edmonton Oilers, it's a bit of a turnaround from the last few games. They've got the lead. It's 3-0 Edmonton over the Vancouver Canucks, and that Zach Hyman goal was the 16th of the season for Zach, and that kind of got things going in the right direction. Bryn Griffiths, Rob Brown up here in the press box. Brownie, your thoughts in the first period?
Oh, well, I thought the Oilers came out fantastic. A dumb penalty taken by Sherwood early in the hockey game created a power play for the Oilers. Didn't get much going on that one, but they carried the play the first 6-7 minutes and then resulted in the goal by, I believe Hyman was the first goal. Was it not? Yeah, so I mean, that one was a terrible play by the Vancouver Canucks forwards. All 3 of them caught below the hash mark, and a wonderful pass by Leon Draisaitl. I don't know what that'd be, about 120-foot pass.
It was a long
on his backhand, and Hyman does the rest. So the Oilers carried the play at that point, but then the Vancouver Canucks had about an 8-minute stretch where they were the better team, and Calvin Pickard was very good. And I know that Mooner talked about it, and then Zach Hyman mentioned it in his little availability between periods. And the Vancouver Canucks, it looked like, okay, here, this is the Canuck team that we saw the other night. Then Vinny Desharnais had a hat trick of a bad shift, terrible shift that changed the entire complexion of this hockey game. He had the puck with no pressure, about 12 feet from the blue line, makes a terrible play. The Oilers keep it in. Gets the puck back about 10 feet from the blue line, makes a terrible play. The Oilers keep the puck in, and then he takes a dumb penalty. So 3 things in a row by Vinny Desharnais gives the Oilers a power play. They score in the power play, and that just deflated a Vancouver Canuck team that had been playing pretty well. And it shows you, and we've talked about it in the past, how one shift can change the way and the flow of a hockey game, and that shift by Vinny Desharnais changed the way this hockey game went, and now the Oilers are up 3-0 in a game where their goalie had to make some big saves in a 1-0 game.
And who told us in the first, in the first couple of minutes of the pregame show to keep our eye on Vinny Desharnais tonight? Although I don't think that's the way he kind of planned it.
John Shannon thought he would have a physical presence in this game. Instead, he had a
presence. It just wasn't a good one.
Yeah, it was just. I mean, Vinny Desharnais really struggled in his first year in Vancouver. Yeah. He's been healthy scratched. Hasn't found his way into the good books of Rick Tocchet, and then that was just a bad shift. You can't turn the puck over twice without any pressure on him at all. None. He gives the Oilers an extended period with a tired group on the ice for the Canucks, and then he takes a dumb penalty, and the Edmonton Oilers made him pay, and then from then on, it was all Edmonton Oilers.
Oilers 1 for 2 on the power play through that opening first period. Leon Draisaitl got the second goal, just one time to a pass from Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, but 35 goals on the season for number 29. Man, he's just... he's got a lot more on his shoulders right now with obviously McDavid down, but he just seems to be thriving on it.
He does. Well, I don't think he changes at all.
No,
I mean,
that's the best way to put it.
Well, he's been the best player in the National Hockey League all season long, with or without Connor in the lineup. And you feel for Thatcher Demko in this period. He probably made about 5 big saves, but the Canucks just kept making big mistakes in front of him. And on the Leon had 2 great looks. One, he hit the puck so hard that hit the post. It went all the way out of the zone.
Yeah.
He shot that one so wide, but when he got his next opportunity, nice play by Nugent-Hopkins. With the patience, holding on to the puck, pulling himself back, trying to find the passing lane. And when he finds the passing lane, Leon makes no mistake. And huge deflate on the Vancouver Canucks bench after that, because the Canucks had done such a good job of killing it off to that point. They were just seconds away from getting out of trouble.
Yeah.
And Leon made them pay. And all of a sudden now the hill is very, very big for the Vancouver Canucks.
Well, 20 seconds after that Draisaitl goal, Matthias Ekholm is moving in. I thought he was going to take a shot, decides to bounce one off the backboards right to Adam Henrique, who tucks it in on the backhand. It's 3-0 before you know it. And the Oilers are playing with a lead, something they haven't done an awful lot of in the last week or so.
Well, Ekholm, he pinches in. He's on his backhand. He has no play but to throw it behind the net. It was a smart play by Ekholm. Just keep the puck moving. Just keep it moving. And another poor defensive read by the Vancouver Canucks. And Henrique just like, I got all the time in the world. And he did. And made no mistake. There was... The Canucks teams at times looked just confused. I mean, the first goal, the Hyman goal, the Canucks have 3 players literally below the top of the circle. And Garland was down there. He was supposed to be. Pettersson was down there. Then all of a sudden, DeBrusk jumps in. And if it was a 4-on-2. Like, the Canucks turned a nothing play. Like, Leon was literally below the goal line in his own zone, and it turned into a 4-on-2 and a breakaway for Hyman. And the one thing that I've seen, too, is disinterest from JT Miller. There was a shift where his line just got out there, had a nice, good 15-second burst in the offensive zone, got iced, and then Rick Tocchet changed the lines. And JT Miller could not have taken any longer to get off the ice. He was not happy. I thought that, maybe they'd get through the season and they'd be able to figure things out and without having to make a trade. But just watching this team tonight, watching JT Miller, he cannot play disinterested. He's too good a hockey player and too important to this team that if he has not got his full focus on the game, then there's a move will have to be made.
Hey, I got to agree with Bob. I actually thought Connor Garland might have been the best Canuck.
Connor Garland's a very good hockey player.
Yeah. With all the attention on him, too, with the circus going on.
Players don't care about that.
I know.
But Connor Garland last year in the playoffs, I thought he was excellent for the Vancouver Canucks. To me, he's a lot like a Victor Arvidsson. I mean, he's a small player in stature that plays bigger than he is. Arvidsson in the series against the LA Kings, I thought Arvidsson was the best player for the LA Kings. I thought he was physical, and he played like he was 6'4". And Garland's the same type of player. He's hard to knock off the puck, even though he's small in stature. and the puck always seems to find him. So Garland was good in that, but you're right. Garland was probably, Hughes was a little quiet. Garland actually probably was their best player in the first 20 minutes.
Okay, Rob, thanks. We'll talk to you in intermission number 2. We're going to take a break. Oilers up 3-0 after 20 minutes of play. At the intermission is brought to you by End of the Roll Flooring Centers. Let's get flooring. This is your Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Oil Country, you never miss an Oilers game. Join your fellow fans at Molson Canadian Oil Country headquarter locations every game day. Visit oilcountryhq.com to find out where you can enjoy the game next with a pint of Molson Canadian, the official beer sponsor of the Edmonton Oilers.
Hey, hockey fans! Hard rubber works well on the ice rink, but not so good on frozen roads. Aturo tires are engineered with that in mind. Scientifically designed tread patterns, along with resilient rubber compounds, allow Aturo tires to grip well in the cold of winter, while providing excellent traction and long tread life through year-round conditions. Aturo has the all-weather tire for you. Available at Action Car and Tire, Point S, and tire shops everywhere. Find a dealer near you at atturo.com.
Experience the exciting casino action at 3 Century Casino locations, Edmonton, St. Albert, and Century Mile. Dine at one of their amazing restaurants featuring daily specials. Take in the ultimate game day experience at the Century Sports Bar and Lounge. Check out the best in live entertainment at any amazing location. Plus, enjoy a great selection of casino gaming options and off-track betting. Feel the thrill of live horse racing at Century Mile Racetrack. Don't miss a second of the action at Century Casino. Come for the action. Stay for the fun.
Oil Country, you never miss an Oilers game. Join your fellow fans at Molson Canadian Oil Country headquarter locations every game day. Visit oilcountryhq.com to find out where you can enjoy the game next with a pint of Molson Canadian, the official beer sponsor of the Edmonton Oilers.
With Global News, I'm Thomas Dias. U.S. President Donald Trump took another swipe at Canada today, calling us tough to deal with and claiming the U.S. does not need Canadian oil and gas, lumber, or cars. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau responded by saying Donald Trump has announced he wants a golden age for the American economy, which means they're going to need more of everything that Canada is already sending them. Speaking virtually to the World Economic Forum in Davos, Switzerland, Trump said he'll also press NATO members to increase their defense spending target to 5% of GDP, even though the U.S. is only spending around 3.5%. And on that note, Canada's plan to reduce the number of immigrants over the next 3 years is expected to result in a 1.7% drop in the country's gross domestic product by 2027, according to the federal fiscal watchdog. Today's report from the parliamentary budget officer says that the federal government's new target to reduce immigration levels will lead to 1.3 billion fewer hours worked in 2027, resulting in the drop in real GDP. News on demand at 880ched.com.
The Edmonton Oilers Community Foundation 50-50, presented by Rogers, is back and bigger than ever. The largest 50-50 in sports offers early bird draws, bonus raffles, and a main jackpot, which is growing by the second. With over $100 million invested across Oil Country, your support directly helps kids, families, and communities in need. Maybe you'll be our next winner. Get your tickets right now at EdmontonOilers.com and help make Oil Country a better place.
AGLC license number 696879.
Blue collar work deserves big dollar perks. Get a heavy wallet with Heavy Metal Equipment and Rentals. Heavy Metal Equipment and Rentals is hiring heavy equipment technicians, maintenance supervisors, PM servicemen, maintenance coordinators, and pretty much every other position that makes Alberta go. We help move the earth that makes Alberta grow. So why not work for a company that makes your bank account grow too? Visit heavymetalequipment.ca to find your new career. Heavy Metal Equipment and Rentals, helping you move the earth.
Heard of Uline? You know, the have-it-all in stock, ready to deliver shipping and industrial supply specialists. The company that does things for you that are unheard of, like keeping 41,000 items in stock in our own warehouses, with customer service reps on the line to get you what you need, when you need it, 24/7, 365, every time. Maybe you heard it here first. Want to hear more? Visit uline.ca. ULINE, your shipping and industrial supply specialists. At the
Happy intermission. Brought to you by End of the Roll Flooring Centers. Let's get flooring.
Bryn Griffiths back at Rogers Place after one period to play. The Edmonton Oilers with a 3-0 lead on the Vancouver Canucks. Let's take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by Pizza 73, the official pizza of the Edmonton Oilers. Okay, this game is just early into the third period. Utah on the road with a 3-0 lead on the Wild in Minnesota. Also very early in the third period in St. Louis, the Blues now trailing the Vegas Golden Knights 3-1. South of us in Calgary, after 20 minutes of play, the Flames with a 1-0 lead on the Buffalo Sabres. And we have games that are just about ready to get underway. 8 o'clock starts in Seattle. The Kraken are hosting the Capitals. Also an 8 o'clock start in Anaheim where the Ducks host the Pittsburgh Penguins. And at 8:30, we have the Sharks on home ice to take on the Nashville Predators. There's one other final score. Well, actually, we've got a few more final scores. 7-4, Carolina over Columbus. Montreal losing in Detroit 4-2 this evening. This is with the Senators. You just don't know which team you're going to get from one night to the next. They lost in Boston tonight 2-0. And the New York Rangers all over the Philadelphia Flyers at Madison Square Garden 6-1. Bakersfield's next matchup in the American Hockey League, the Oilers farm team, the Condors, will be hosting Ontario. That one goes tomorrow night at 8 o'clock our time. And in the Western Hockey League, the Oil Kings are hosting Moose Jaw tomorrow at 7 here at Rogers Place. Lethbridge here Sunday at 6. That's the out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by Pizza 73, the official pizza of the Edmonton Oilers. Second period is coming up next. At the intermission is brought to you by End of the Roll Flooring Centers. Let's get flooring. This is your Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Happy intermission has been brought to you by End of the Roll Flooring Centers. Let's get flooring.
Calling all hockey parents. Ford of Canada and the Edmonton Oilers want to know how your child's minor hockey team gives back to the community. For a chance to win a once-in-a-lifetime experience with 4 drills and skills to train like a pro at Rogers Place. Open to minor hockey teams with players between the ages of 7 to 13 in Edmonton and area. Register your child's minor hockey team today at FordDrillsAndSkills.ca. Registration closes January 31st.
Did you know the RCMP polices over 99% of Alberta's landscape? From the oil sands to the Rockies to the prairies, the RCMP has a province covered. Providing policing services to more than 1,700 communities and with over 150 career specializations, the Alberta RCMP has something to fit everyone's goals and lifestyles. Visit rcmpcareers.ca and take the next step towards your career with the Alberta RCMP. A message from the Government of Canada.
When was the last time your electricity and natural gas provider made you feel like this? Low rates, no strings attached, year-round perks, and local energy experts who always have your back with Encore by Epcor. Find that carefree energy feeling at encore.epcor.com/carefree.
Customers are free to purchase natural gas or electricity services from a retailer of their choice. For a list of retailers, visit ucahelps.alberta.ca or call 310-4822 toll-free.
All games, all season. You're listening to the Oilers Radio Network.
Here at Rogers Place, 3-0 Oilers lead the Canucks. We're getting ready for the second period of play. The Oilers Mega 50-50 presented by Rogers. It's back with life-changing jackpots. Tonight, jackpot, it's sitting over $1 million and climbing. And our next lucky winner will be drawn tonight. Don't miss out. Get your tickets now at EdmontonOilers.com/5050.
Oh, good start for the Oilers. They've been very good in goal differential, as you know, Cam, in the second period.
Arvidsson gets an assist on the first goal. Perry on the third. Those were additions during the intermission as the puck comes into the Edmonton zone. On the right wing, trying to get it out was Brown. It goes off a skate. Back to Bouchard, now to Nugent-Hopkins. Up the left wing and past Janmark, but it won't be icing as Hughes has it now inside Vancouver territory. Get it across on the left. Corona got it out up the left wing, off the stick and in. Pickard can play it to Ekholm. Ekholm up the left wing. Oilers have outscored. Ooh, he takes a hard hit there from Pettersson. Outscored the
Pettersson will do that too.
Yeah,
Remember last year he clobbered Broberg in a game in Vancouver.
65-35 in second period. It's the scoring differential for the Oilers. Puck on the left point. Forbert into the left wing corner. Oh, he takes a hard hit. And Colson got the puck up the right side. It comes to Arvidsson over the line to Draisaitl to the middle and knocked off his stick. Now he'll get it and put it on goal, and a save made by Demko.
That's the second odd man rush the Oilers have had with a 3-0 lead, and Philp got a good shot on goal, and Demko was able to fight it off. Arvidsson.
Or Colson with the hit on forward.
But Colson, good hit on forward. But that time, Draisaitl, the puck roll off his stick.
Yeah.
Hyman's on his game tonight, Cam. He's going. Yep. He's got that lid off, not wearing that full cage, and it's making a difference for him.
He's got a goal and an assist so far. Face off to the right of Demko.
I guess today, the full shield.
Yeah. All right. Henry will take the draw against Bluger. Puck goes to the corner, sent around the boards, but knocked down on the left wing by Hyman. Hyman squeezed to the boards by Bluger. Bluger will give it to Sherwood. He'll get it out. Henry, his own zone, his stature now through the middle, and Nurse. Nurse will get to the center ice line. Dump it in, but it's gloved down by Soucy. Over to Friedman. Up the right wing. Puck goes to Heinen into the Oiler end. Nurse to Stetcher. Stetcher on the left to Hyman. Hyman spins around, unable to get it into the Canucks zone. It's tied up right at the blue line. It'll go to Nurse. He's able to flip it in. Soucy will go in behind the Vancouver net. Reverse it to Bluger. He'll play it through the middle. He'll give it away. Philp in front. Scores! What a setup to Zach Hyman. Hyman directs it home. It's 4-0 Edmonton.
Second goal of the game for Zach Hyman, and you said it. Noah Philp capitalizing in a perfect touch pass in front on the turnover, and Hyman with an easy deflection, and it's 4-0. And it happens because of a Corey Perry forecheck, and then the presence of mind for Philp, and he slid it underneath the stick of Friedman and got it right to Zach Hyman.
Hyman second of the night, 17th of the year, a minute 59 into the second period. And Noah Philp picks up his second NHL point. Now a couple of assists for Noah Philp. And the Oilers have a 4-0 lead. Stumped into the Oilers zone. Out from behind his net is Kulak. Up the left wing to Jeff Skinner. He'll dump the puck in. It goes in behind the net. Hughes over to the left wing, but he's got Philp on him. In behind the net. Hronek to Hughes. Into the middle. Hronek will get it out. Hyman from Philp, minute 59 in. And taking it in behind his net is Kulak. He'll wait. Bank it up the left wing off the stick of Skinner. Demko out of his goal. Gave it to Hughes. Hughes going behind his net. Has to stop there. Nugent Hopkins will wait for him in the slot. Hughes doesn't have a lot of options right now. He's just holding on to it. He'll bank it off the glass. It goes past J.T. Miller.
That was a slash.
Right to Bouchard. He'll drill it in.
Bouchard slash Miller got away with one there. Easily could have been a penalty.
Rimmed on the left wing. It stays in the Canucks zone. 4-0 Oilers here in the second period. As it goes to the right wing corner. Hronek. Pass it up the left wing. And now it comes in over the line to Besser. Knocked off his stick. Nugent Hopkins, a little backhand, can flip the puck into the middle of the ice. The back pass by Janmark to Ekholm. Off of Janmark and out. Desharnais to DeBrusk, but the Canucks are offside. They had to leave it.
Oilers need a change here.
Bouchard to Ekholm. Off the left wing to Janmark. He'll sweep it into the Canucks zone. Left wing corner. The puck rimmed up the left wing boards. It comes out through the middle. Picked up by DeBrusk. Into the Oiler end. Stops on the right side. He's about top of the circle. DeBrusk tried to shoot it to the net. It goes just off the stick of Pettersson and wide. 4-0 Edmonton here in the second period. To the point to Desharnais. He'll shoot it wide. Comes off the end boards. Right to Podkolzin. And the former Canuck will get it out through the middle to Nurse. Skates into the Canuck zone. Right side, Draisaitl. Across to Arvidsson, but that one misses, and Garland will get it out, but he misses Bluger with a pass, and it's icing against the Canucks. 4:27 gone here in the second period. 4-0 Oilers lead. Hyman's got 2 goals and 1 assist.
Well, we said he was feeling it. He was starting to go here.
Face off to the right of Demko. Henry taking the draw against Bluger. Puck goes to the middle of the ice. And DeBrusk was able to get it out, but that might be icing, and it will be. Canucks are trying to make a change. They won't be able to. Oilers are at home Saturday afternoon. Buffalo Sabres are in town. Then on Monday evening, Seattle is here. Oil Kings are at home tomorrow night against Moose Jaw, 7 o'clock game.
We're coming to that one as well.
I saw head coach Luke Pierce here earlier tonight. Goes in behind the Canucks net. Hyman spinning around. Puck goes to Perry. Left wing corner, back to the point. Nurse gets it across to Stetcher. He'll shoot it. That one goes off a skate. I think it was Darnay's, and Garland will bring it up the right wing for Vancouver. At center ice, he'll shoot it in. Stetcher pokes it around to Nurse. Up the left wing to Perry. Went off his stick. Stetcher will follow it up. Up the left wing. He's able to get it out. Goes right back in. Heinen will come into the Oilers zone. Go to left wing corner. Heinen. Wow. Taken to the end boards by Nurse. Nurse got a stick in there. Still have it. And it does come loose. And up the right wing. It'll be Zach Hyman. Left wing. Now to Perry. He's in over the Canuck line. He'll wind up. He'll blast a shot. Saved by Demko. There's a big rebound. Puck gets to the slot. Perry waiting. Shooting off the arm of Demko. Puck along the right wing side. Hronek will clear it to center ice. Hit the skate of Emberson. Went to Draisaitl. Oilers bring it in. Brought in Hyman. The shot off the arm of Demko, and it goes out of play as Hyman came awfully close to the hat-trick goal.
Yeah, Zach Hyman has a total of 5 in the regular season.
All right.
Okay. All as a member of the Edmonton Oilers. He also has a playoff hat trick last year against the LA Kings.
Well, he came close there.
I don't know how many better looks he's going to get than that one.
True.
That was a pretty good chance.
Right in the slot. Hit the arm of Demko, went out of play. 5:47 gone here in the second. 4-0 Oilers lead. Draisaitl wins the draw. Kulak on the left wing point. Into the corner. Now to Kapanen. Sperry Kapanen spinning around. Got tripped up. Penalty coming up to Desharnais. Hit his stick between the skates of Kapanen. The old can opener. Knocked him down. Draisaitl right corner to the left wing point. Pickard's gone to the bench for the extra attacker. Delayed penalty coming up to Vancouver. Jeff Skinner out of the left corner. Left side to Kapanen. To the blue line to Kulak. Across the line. Emberson, right wing to Draisaitl. Over to Kapanen. To Emberson. Right wing point, Draisaitl. Into the corner. Skinner will pass it across. It's to Kapanen. Kapanen up to the blue line. To Nugent Hopkins. Will get it low. Now touched by the Canucks. And a tripping call going to Desharnais, and a third power play of the game for the Oilers when we come back. We played 6 minutes and 36 seconds of this second period. 4-0 Oilers lead the Canucks from Rogers Place in downtown Edmonton. It's Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
From the biggest stadiums to the coziest holes in the wall. From house parties to porch hangs to pride celebrations. From your favorite fuss shop to your local Indian spot. From noodle bars to sports bars to salsa bars. There's a Molson with your name on it. Canadian Ultra XL. Molson. Everyone in. Must be legal drinking age.
Hey, Edmonton. Ever think about who gets your hard-earned money when you buy groceries or gas? For all you know, it could be buying a second yacht or private jet. But at Co-op, they put it right back into the community. That's because they're owned by 120,000 everyday Edmontonians, not a corporation. Feel good about where your money goes when you shop Co-op. Visit in store for details.
Hockey season is back. And
Bars to sports bars to salsa bars. There's a Molson with your name on it. Canadian Ultra XL. Molson. Everyone in. Must be legal drinking age.
Hey, Edmonton, ever think about who gets your hard-earned money when you buy groceries or gas? For all you know, it could be buying a second yacht or private jet. But at Co-op, they put it right back into the community. That's because they're owned by 120,000 everyday Edmontonians, not a corporation. Feel good about where your money goes when you shop Co-op. Visit in-store for details.
hockey season is back. And so are the deals at Boston Pizza. Cheer on your team while ordering off their game day menu, or come in and see what great promotions they have going on. At Boston Pizza, they always have something craveable for you to enjoy. Boston Pizza, proud partner.
Co-op, they put it right back into the community. That's because they're owned by 120,000 everyday Edmontonians, not a corporation. Feel good about where your money goes when you shop Co-op. Visit in-store for details.
Hockey season is back. And so are the deals at Boston Pizza. Cheer on your team while ordering off their game day menu, or come in and see what great promotions they have going on. At Boston Pizza, they always have something craveable for you to enjoy. Boston Pizza, proud partner of the Edmonton Oilers. Cheers to a great hockey season.
Listen on air, online, and on the Radio Player Canada app.
This is the Oilers Radio Network.
4-0 Oilers lead the Canucks. 6:36 gone in the second. Darren goes to the box for tripping. Oilers get their third power play. They're 1 for 2 with the man advantage. The power play is brought to you by Atco Energy, your trusted energy retailer. Learn more at atcoenergy.com. Face off in the Canucks zone, and Forbert will wrap it around the boards and down the ice.
Oilers have gotten virtually every call in this game, Cam. There's a couple 50-50 plays where Edmonton could have been penalized and they weren't.
Draisaitl up the right wing, into the Canucks end, goes to the right corner. Now in behind the net. Stops on the left to the left wing boards to Nugent Hopkins. Bouchard now to Draisaitl. His shot, and that's off the skate of Soucy. Nugent Hopkins will get it to the blue line. To Bouchard, brings it to the middle, gives it back to Nugent Hopkins. Right wing corner, Draisaitl.
They're looking for Hyman for the Hattie here.
Pass into the middle, but Hyman was covered. He was able to get it over to the right wing. Nugent Hopkins towards the net, into the corner to Draisaitl. Draisaitl up to the top of the circle to Nugent Hopkins. Nugent Hopkins to the blue line to Bouchard. Come across the line, down the left wing, into the left wing corner to Draisaitl. Now to Jeff Skinner. Skinner gets checked. Puck comes loose. And Suter will get it out and down the ice for the Canucks. 52 seconds to go in the man advantage. 4-0 Oilers. We played 7:45 of the second period. Draisaitl makes his way in over the Canuck line. Now it comes across to Nurse on the left point. Nurse back to the blue line for Bouchard after he'd come down the left side. Gives it back to Nurse. Nurse in the left wing corner to Skinner. To Darnell Nurse. Corner, the pass in front, Skinner the shot, and the save by Demko. Draisaitl gives it to Skinner, shot, pad, saved by Demko, and it's shot all the way down the ice. 2 chances there for Jeff Skinner. Up the left wing, it's Ekholm. Into the Canucks zone, goes in behind the net, over to the right. On the right wing boards, penalty over in 5 seconds. Into the corner to Perry, his centering pass, and that one broken up. And Hronek will rim it. It won't get out. Edmonton now 1 for 3 on the power play. Puck left corner. Perry to the point. One-timer and a glove save by Demko on a hard shot by Matthias Ekholm. Oilers had some opportunities on the power play.
Yeah, Jeff Skinner.
He had a couple.
Yeah, good looks.
Face-off will be to the left. Thatcher Demko.
Philp here between Brown and Janmark.
Getting kicked out of the face-off circle. Brown will have to take the draw. Brown wins it. Janmark to the point that misses Emberson. Goes down into the Oiler end. Emberson's pass hits a skate. Stick lifted there by Janmark to clear it. He does. Goes to Kulak down the left wing. He'll shoot it in. Demko slows it up. It's in the left wing corner. Brock Besser. His long pass. He was looking for Miller. Goes beyond him. That's icing against the Canucks.
Well, think about the game Saturday. Edmonton only had 15 shots on goal. You know, you were on those trips, obviously, with us, and, you know, we got the easy part. But for the players, that was basically a 9-game road trip.
Oh, yeah.
In 16 days, and they'd come back-to-back nights against real good teams, Minnesota and Colorado. Yeah. Didn't quite get all the way back against Vancouver. But the Oilers didn't have a lot of juice. Tonight they got some juice.
Face off to the right of Demko. It'll go in behind the goal. It's Hughes. Hughes to the left wing, through the middle, off the stick of Besser. Goes deep into the Edmonton zone. Emberson goes in behind the net with Besser on him. Now to the corner. Besser gets it out to the slot. Hughes works in. His shot off a leg goes to the right corner. Henrique up the right wing boards. Pettersson who kept it in. Puck goes to Henrique. He will get it out. To Hyman at center ice. Now to Henrique. Went off his stick. Puck bounces around at center. And off of Perry into the Canucks zone. Hughes has got to go in behind his net. Gets away from Corey Perry. Now out to center ice. Left wing to Garland. To Hughes. His shot. The bad save made by Pickard. He covered it up. And Garland got his stick in there after the whistle. That draws everybody in. And they're all in behind the net. They got Garland up against the board.
So here's one. Perry's got Hughes down on the ice. And that is gamesmanship there.
Absolutely.
That is gamesmanship there from Corey Perry. He knows what he's doing. Desharnais in there now.
Nurse is trying to get Desharnais away from Perry.
I think Edmonton gets the extra minor here for sure, but Garland jabbed his stick in on
Pickard.
On Pickard.
Yes. That's going to draw a crowd. It always does. They got it all broken up.
I think the Oilers for sure get Garland's going to go off here. Nurse is going to go off. I think Edmonton gets the extra minor.
Yeah, Perry. It looks like Perry's going to. It does look like the Canucks are about to get their first power play.
2-minute minor for slashing. 2-minute minor for roughing. Edmonton 25, minor penalty roughing. Edmonton 90, minor penalty roughing.
Did they just give Garland a double minor? Are you kidding me on that? Wow, that's a tough call. If you're a Vancouver Partisan, you won't like that at all. If I heard that correct, did they even up that call?
I think they did. I think you heard that correct.
How?
I suppose if he doesn't put his stick in there, none of it happens.
Right.
Maybe that's why. So, yeah, it looks like we're going to go even up. Oilers are up 4-0. Zach Hyman's got a pair. Leon Draisaitl and Adam Henrique have also scored. Shots are 20-12 in favor of the Oilers.
I'm a little surprised by that, Cam, I got to tell you. We're playing 5-on-5 hockey here.
That's right.
I'm stunned that that's what we got going on here.
Well, 5-on-5 it is. Face off outside the Oiler blue line. Kapanen to his own end to Emberson. He'll get it across.
In fairness, Garland was jabbing the stick in there on the goal.
That starts the whole thing. Puck dumped in, it goes off the referee's skate. Now back to the left wing point. Ekholm blasts it wide, comes in front of the net. Oh, somehow off the back door. The Oilers don't get one. It was Jeff Skinner.
Jeff Skinner's had 6 30-goal seasons, and he doesn't finish that.
He's had 3 good chances in this game. He's due. Puck kept in. Kapanen, left point. Ekholm hammers a shot and a glove save made by Demko. With 9:29 to go here in the second. Skinner bangs his stick there. You can see he's frustrated.
Yeah.
He's had some good chances. We're going to take a break. 4-0 Oilers lead the Canucks from Rogers Place. This is Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Hey, Edmonton. Big moves need big talent, and AMJ is your go-to partner. For all local residential and commercial relocations, AMJ delivers a smooth, stress-free experience. AMJ, your team for every move. Contact your local branch today.
For years now, we've been warning Edmontonians on the hazards of our stormwater facilities. While they may appear to look like still ponds, there is moving water beneath the surface, which makes the ice dangerously... The unpredictability of stormwater facilities makes them treacherously unsafe for all winter activities, even walking. So think twice. Don't go on the ice. A safety message from EPCOR.
It's game on at City Ford.
With an all-star lineup of 2024 Ford favorites, save up to $5,000 on Escapes,
Up to $9,000 on Bronco Sports.
and up to $19,000 on F-150s.
Plus, take advantage of 0% financing options available on select models.
Spin the wheel and win an iPad, Oilers merch, Costco card, even a trip to Vegas.
Visit City Ford on the St. Albert Trail.
Hey, Edmonton. Big moves need big talent, and AMJ is your go-to partner. For all local residential and commercial relocations, AMJ delivers a smooth, stress-free experience. AMJ, your team for every move. Contact your local branch today.
All games, all season. You're listening to the Oilers Radio Network.
Cam Moon and Bob Stauffer, we are here at Rogers Place. 4-0 Oilers lead, 9:29 to go in the second period. Tonight's game presented by Aeroplan. You don't need to be a jet setter to be a member. Earn Aeroplan points every day at participating gas stations, coffee shops, or by shopping online. Face off in the Canucks zone to the right of Demko. Draisaitl, Arvidsson, Podkolzin out there with Ekholm and Bouchard. Pettersson to take the draw for Vancouver. Gets into the skates of Draisaitl. It goes to the point. Kulak down the left wing to the left wing corner. To Arvidsson, to Draisaitl. Quickly across to Bouchard. He'll give it to Kulak. Kulak on the right point. Rim the puck. Pettersson off the boards to get it to the blue line for Vancouver and cleared out by Heinen. DeBrusque looping back at center.
Darren A got another one.
Podkolzin was going in there, and
he's got 3 penalties, Darren A, in this game. He doesn't even know he's got it.
He doesn't even know he's got it.
Interference.
Yeah. He just found out. He was over at the Canuck bench and looked completely stunned.
Look at the look on Rick Tocchet's face. I mean, he did.
He got the glove up.
Got the glove up.
Podkolzin's face as he was coming in.
Okay, just get the power play goal. Don't worry about getting time in the hat trick.
Exactly.
Find a way. Make it 5-0.
Power play. It's brought to you by ATCO Energy, your trusted energy retailer. Learn more at atcoenergy.com. Face off to the right of Demko. Bluger tossed out of the face-off circle. It'll be Suter. And kicked into the corner by Hronek, who can pick it up himself. Go to the inboards. Try to rim it. Won't get out. Nugent-Hopkins keeping it in, but Forbert followed it up, got it out. Nugent-Hopkins at center ice. Now to Draisaitl, over to Jeff Skinner. Off the left wing boards and in.
Put that puck in a bad spot to go get it.
Puck cleared down the ice by Hronek.
Not surprisingly, the power play has a different look without having Connor McDavid on it, doesn't it?
No kidding. The zone entry looks different, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Draisaitl, center ice, over to Nugent-Hopkins. Got it in on the right wing. Give it to Hyman. Rims the puck. Skinner after it on the left, but Forbert's in there too. Got it up against the boards. Goes behind the net. Susie couldn't get it. Skinner in front to Nugent-Hopkins. That's off the post. And the puck to the right wing. It'll go to Hyman in behind the net. Good chance there for Nugent-Hopkins. got nothing but iron. The puck on the right wing point. Bouchard right corner to Nugent Hopkins. Minute to go in the power play. Oilers up 4-0 here in the second. Nugent Hopkins scores! Got the pass from Draisaitl, goes right up under the bar on the glove side of Demko, and it's 5-0 Edmonton.
Well, that was a thing of absolute beauty. Just a quick little interior give and go. And Ryan Nugent Hopkins of the Edmonton Oilers has his 13th goal of the season. Draisaitl's got his 3rd point tonight.
So Nugent Hopkins with a goal to go along with an assist in the first. 3-point night for Draisaitl, 3-point night for Hyman.
I wonder if there might be some fireworks here. 5-0 down. Phil just slashed JT Miller right off the draw.
Letting him know he's there, I guess.
Give him the stick.
Yep. Phil, right wing corner in his own end is Stature. 5-0 Oilers lead. Edmonton now 2 for 4 on the power play. That Nugent Hopkins goal with the man advantage. It's brought in by Miller. Left wing to Besser. Shot, scores. Wow. Some shot. Brock Besser goes glove side on Pickard.
Can't back in.
Canucks get on the board. It's 5-1 Edmonton.
Can't back in. Okay. And at time, there's a situation where Stetcher, unfortunately, it was a real good play. He got Miller, drove the lane, and Besser's always been able to shoot the puck. He had 40 last year. Oh, the question is, where does he end up in the offseason? Does Minnesota sign him, or does he stay with the Canucks? Because he's a legit 30-goal scorer every season.
Well, that was his 16th of this season. It was a good shot. That was 25 seconds after the Nugent Hopkins goal at 12:27. Assist going to Miller and Suter.
And one of the things that happens here as a result of the double minor to Garland, I mean, he's been their best player, I think, in this game.
Yeah, it takes him out of the mix for 4 minutes.
He's brought it tonight.
Up the left wing, puck directed in by Miller. Pickard to play it. Goes in behind the net. Rimmed up the right wing, and it comes out. The puck hits center ice. Suter back into his own end. 5-1 Oilers lead. 7:09 to go here in the second period. Left wing, Miller will dump it in. Kulak will go in behind the Edmonton goal. Now out through the middle. Kulak to center ice. Lifts it to the right wing corner. Brown's in on the forecheck, but DeBrusk for the Canucks will get it out through the middle, turned up by Matthias Ekholm.
You have to figure there's going to be some chances here.
You would think. Ekholm on the right wing, gets the puck in towards the net. It's centered across, just missing. Capping it was Corey Perry. Puck cleared out, and it's center ice. DeBrusk could dump it. Goes into the Oilers zone. Pickard left side to Ekholm. Up to the line, Hughes kept it in. It goes to the top of the circle. Comes back to Matthias Ekholm. Ekholm to Perry, into the middle for Henrique. Up the left wing to Perry, over center ice, shoots it in. Demko will stop it. To Friedman, right wing corner, off the boards and out. To Carlson, now to Sasson on the right side. He'll shoot it in. Stetcher behind his net, rimming it, but Heinen has it there for the
Oilers
Canucks.
blew a line change here, Cam.
Top of the circle, the shot off the arm of Pickard. Puck into the left wing corner. DiGiuseppe on the left wing. Right in behind the Edmonton net to Sasson. Sasson takes it to the left wing corner. Sasson will go in behind the net. It's pinned back there by Draisaitl. Came loose. Puck Colson. Puck around the boards, but down the right wing was Heinen. Got it behind the net to Sasson. That's smacked away from him. It will come out past Soucy. It'll go down into the Canucks zone. 5-1 Edmonton, 5:20 to go here in the second period. Desharnais up the left wing, and now through the middle, Suter will bring it in. Give it to Besser. Besser along the left wing boards to the corner for Suter. Suter to Besser. to the blue line to Soucy, across to his partner Darnay. A snapshot, gloved by Pickard. It was going wide, but he wasn't taking any chances. He'll hold on to it. We got 5 minutes to go here in the second. 5-1 Oilers lead the Canucks. We'll be right back from Rogers Place. It's Ford Dealers, NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
At Sobeys and Safeway Liquor, they recommend pairing locally distilled spirits and their ice-cold beer selection with... And Oilers win! Sobeys and Safeway Liquor, proud partners and fans of the Edmonton Oilers. Please enjoy responsibly.
Hey folks, Paul Brandt here. I love being an Albertan, and I love Ford trucks. And I know that like hard-working Albertans across this great province, there's a Ford truck for everyone. Like Super Duty. It's what I like to call a workhorse. A truck built for heavy-duty performance and getting the job done. Now that's a truck to live and work by. So whatever you're working on, you'll know that the 2024 Ford Super Duty's got the goods. Get yours today at your Alberta Ford dealer. Just tell them PB sent you.
Experience a game day meal that's second to none. Fanfare with Skip is your all-star lineup of local restaurants this hockey season. Watch Jack Michaels give you the play-by-play on each restaurant's connection to the community and our team. Visit EdmontonOilers.com/skip to watch this month's episode with Amazing Walk Restaurant. Then open your Skip app and tap in an order with exclusive fan access to a deal each game day during the month. Did somebody say Skip? Proud partner of the Edmonton Oilers.
At Sobeys and Safeway Liquor, they recommend pairing locally distilled spirits and their ice-cold beer selection with... And Oilers win! Sobeys and Safeway Liquor, proud partners and fans of the Edmonton Oilers. Please enjoy responsibly.
Listen on air, online, and on the Radio Player Canada app.
This is the Oilers Radio Network.
Cam Moon and Bob Stauffer here at Rogers Place. We're in the Legacy Heating and Cooling broadcast booth. Legacy Heating and Cooling, home and no payments, no interest for 1 year. 5-1 Edmonton leads. Zach Hyman's got a 3-point night, 2 goals and a helper. Leon Draisaitl, he also has 3 points, 1 goal, 2 assists. Nugent Hopkins, 1 goal, 1 assist. Faceoff will be to the left of Calvin Pickard. Draisaitl taking the draw against Miller, goes against the boards. Besser to the right point to Hughes. Across the one-time shot, scores! Hronek let it go across the line, and it goes off the bar and in. And the Canucks have cut the Oiler lead to 5-2. Some shot. Hronek, one-timer from the point. 15:06 will be the time of that goal. Quiets the building here at Rogers Place, with the exception of the Canuck fans. And the 5-0 lead now at 5-2. Brown into his own zone to Bouchard for the Oilers, now across to Ekholm. Up the left wing, off the stick of Janmark, and it goes in. For Hronek, that's his second of the year. Mark brought into the Oiler end by Suter. Cross-ice pass, it's broken up, and it's Nugent Hopkins. He'll find Janmark into the Canucks zone. Stops on the left wing. Goes along the left wing boards to the blue line. Ekholm is shot, and a save made by Demko. Brown was in front of the net. And now we'll get everybody gather in front of the net. Hronek's going to get into it a little bit. First with Nugent Hopkins. Now with Janmark. Now Nugent Hopkins was spun around by Suter. Nugent Hopkins loses his lid. I don't know if anything will come with this. 4:20 to go here in the second period. 5-2, Oilers leading the Canucks. It'll be a face-off in the Canucks zone. I don't think there'll be any penalties out of this. Rob Brown joining me right now.
Well, it's getting a little more exciting.
Yeah, a couple of goals like that changes the vibe in the rink, doesn't it?
It certainly does. To me, Mooner, this game changed in the first period. The Oilers came out, were playing well, and then The Canucks had their push, and then Vinny Desharnais had a shift that he does not want to ever remember, and it's turned into a nightmare of a game from 3 penalties. One of them cost him a goal. It's been a tough night for Vinny Desharnais.
They dropped the puck. It wasn't right. A couple of good saves by Pickard in that first period, though. That could have changed the outlook of it, too.
That's what the Canucks had about an 8-minute stretch where they were the better team.
Yes.
And Pickard made 3 big saves that kept the game 1-0 and allowing the Oilers to extend it on their power play.
Face off in the Canucks zone. Puck goes to the right wing, and it's Forbert behind the net to Susie. Off the left wing boards and out, but in behind Garland. So it'll be Nurse for the Oilers. On the right wing to Draisaitl, comes into Canuck territory. Bump it back to Ekholm. He'll blast a shot, saved by Demko. Rebound gets into the slot, and Garland can come up the right wing for the Canucks. Garland off the right wing boards it in. Goes in behind the Edmonton net over to the left side. Hughes in from his defensive position. Gets the puck, brings it back to Pettersson. Shot! That one goes off the bar and out.
Oh, my.
Oh, wow. Oh, Pettersson one-timered that from the blue line, and that one hit iron.
The one thing that the Oilers do not want is for the Canucks to get within 2 by the end of this period. And the Canucks came very close there. A wonderful play by Quinn Hughes on the boards. And again, the second time that a puck from a long shot, I believe the last one deflected Hronek. I think it hit someone up high. This one also hit Picolzin, I believe, as it was going down. And it goes right off the crossbar. The Canucks were inches away from making this 5-3.
Face off to the right of Pickard. Puck flipped up and out by Corey Perry. And now down the left wing, it's brought in by Hyman. Drops it to Perry. It's shot. That sails wide. Suter to JT Miller to the line. Doesn't get out. Kept in by Perry. Pulled it to the corner. Hronek had his pass. Hit Henrique. It's in behind the Canuck goal. The right wing corner, and Hughes is there for Vancouver. On the left side to Suter at his own blue line, out to center ice. Besser, one touched it to Hronek. Play it into the corner, and Emberson there for Edmonton. Long pass to Perry. Oh, that skips off the heel of his stick, goes down into the Canucks zone. May have had a partial break. Puck goes into the left wing corner. Under 3 to go here in the second. 5-2, Oilers lead. Suter up against the end boards. Phillips in on the forecheck. So is Perry. Perry gets dumped down. It's underneath him. Now it goes to Philp. Philp centering pass for Kapanen, just blocked. Carlson on the left wing will not get it out. Kapanen will keep it in for Edmonton. Rims it on the left wing to Ekholm. Around to the right wing boards. Friedman, he tried to clear it. It still stays in. This time Sasson on the left to Carlson, and he'll get it out on the backhand. As Ekholm will go in behind the Edmonton net, and he'll stop back there. Ekholm waiting in behind the net. 2:09 to go here in the second. 5-2 Oilers lead.
A little more energy in the building.
Oh, yeah. Let's crank things up. I like it. Ekholm waiting for something to open up here. It hasn't been much. So he'll bank it off the left wing glass. Hits Nugent Hopkins. Goes into the Canucks end. Forbert up the right wing to Heinen. Had a Bluger. Ran out of real estate with Connor Brown in front of him at his own blue line. Hronek up the right wing and off a Bluger. And that puck goes into the Oiler end. And on the right wing, Bluger had to go off his stick. Stetcher up against the boards, but Heinen gets it free for Vancouver. Pass to the left wing point. Besser with his shot off the arm of Pickard. Working on the left side was Nugent Hopkins. Bluger comes in for Vancouver. Puck came free. Nurse up the boards, goes off of Quinn Hughes. He's going to be able to keep it in. Puck centered, goes off of Pickard's left pad and over to the left wing boards. We're into the last minute here in the second. 5-2 Edmonton leads. Brown will shoot it into the Canucks zone. Janmark will get to it left wing corner. Rims it on the right. To Arvidsson. His shot. Stick save made by Demko. Puck behind the net. It'll go to the right corner. Victor Arvidsson in the Canucks zone. Cycles it to Draisaitl. Up to the blue line. Across to the left point. Kulak, left wing corner. to Emberson. His centering pass off his stick goes to Draisaitl. His pass across on the right. The shot by Podkolzin and saved by Demko. Covers it up with 27 seconds to go here in the second.
Well, that was a shift that the Oilers needed because the last probably 6-7 minutes was all Canucks. They scored the 2 goals. They hit a crossbar. Besser almost from long range again. It has to be a nice save by Pickard. This is the first time that we've seen the Oilers down in the Canucks end getting a little bit of pressure. You wonder where this Canucks team has been for the last 30 minutes, as the energy is there for them right now. They were quiet for a long time.
Puck goes to Perry on the right wing, shoots it off the outside of the net from an angle. Hronek up the middle, he won't get it out. Puck comes in front over to the left side. It's Henrique in front. Oh, what a save by Demko. Absolutely robbed Zach Hyman, who was looking for the hat-trick goal.
Well, you're not going to get a better look than that for Zach Hyman for the hat-trick goal. I talked about Desharnais a little while ago having a hard night. Hronek has had a really, really tough night for the Canucks tonight. He set up the Oilers now twice for goal-scoring chances. He gives that one away in his own zone. Hyman almost makes him pay. Wonderful save by Demko.
Off the draw up the right wing, Garland. 10 seconds to go in the period. He'll dump it into the Oilers zone. Emberson on the end boards. Tied up by Garland. Puck came loose. Second period comes to an end. Wow, that was... Well, this whole game's been high event, Rob, but that second period was especially high event.
It was high event. It got a little nastiness. Yeah. There were some big saves. There were some great plays. The Oilers looked like this game was going to be 7-8, 9-0, and the Canucks had life. I give them credit for showing up. A little late to the party, but a couple of good shifts, and it got a little interesting. But the Oilers, I think, survived the last 4 minutes, kept it a 3-goal lead, which now it's a really big mountain for the Canucks to climb in the third. I'm watching right now as Miller and Perry are having a long discussion at center. The linesmen and the refs just decided to hop into it. My guess, and this is just my guess, JT is asking him why he went after Hughes in the little bit of a scrum behind the net. When that whole thing started behind the net where Garland went in, poked Pickard, Perry went after Quinn Hughes and tossed him to the ground. That's my guess, is JT Miller's having a discussion about that. And good on JT Miller.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that was some period. 5-2, the Oilers lead the Canucks. Hyman, Nugent-Hopkins, they scored for Edmonton that period. It was Besser and Hronek for the Canucks in the first period. Hyman, Draisaitl, and Henrique for Edmonton. This has been something. It's been a lot of fun through 40. Can't wait for the third period. Can't wait for the second intermission. Bryn Griffiths, Rob Brown, they're going to have it for you when we come back. 5-2 Oilers after 40 from Rogers Place. It's Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
From your home to the ice rink, ATCO Energy is there. As the official energy provider of Rogers Place, we're also proud partners of the Edmonton Oilers. ATCO Energy, powering your place. Customers are free to purchase natural gas services or electricity services from a retailer of their choice. For a list of retailers, visit ucahelps.alberta.ca or call 310-4822. It's our YEG with 880 Chad.
Get ready to hitch up for a world of excitement as the Edmonton RV Adventure Sale and Show trucks into the Expo Center February 8th through the 9th with everything you need to hit the open road. Tickets on sale now. Then breathe in, breathe out, and come together as Bush brings their Loaded, the greatest hits tour to Rogers Place, April 26th with special guests Rival Sons and Filter. Tickets at Ticketmaster.
For details on these and more events, visit 880ched.com. At the intermission, brought to you by End of the Roll Flooring Centers. Let's get flooring.
Oilers up 4-0 here in the second. Nugent-Hopkins scores! Got the pass from Draisaitl, goes right up under the bar on the glove side of Demko, and it's 5-0 Edmonton. And that's our Highlight Zone, brought to you by Century Casinos. All in, all games, all season. Century Casinos with 3 great locations. Edmonton, St. Albert, and right next to the Edmonton International Airport. Welcome to the Winter Zone. Welcome to the second intermission here at Rogers Place. Bryn Griffiths along with Rob Brown. Oilers leading at 5-2. Well, that was an interesting period.
Well, it got interesting, didn't it? The Oilers get a big break early in the second period on a terrible giveaway in the defensive zone by the Canucks, and Noah Phillips picks up it and throws it to Zach Hyman. All of a sudden, okay, now we're at 4-0, and then power play on another. I mean, Vinny Desharnais has had a really tough night.
Oh, yeah.
I think it was 3 penalties he's taken now, and all not smart ones. But he takes a penalty, and the Oilers get a power play, and Leon Draisaitl, for those out there that still wondered whether or not he's capable of being a superstar or the help of Connor McDavid makes him what he is, just have to watch him over the last 2 nights. Last 2 games without Connor. He's been fantastic tonight. I believe he has 3 points on the night. Could have about 8. He set Skinner up twice on the power play and then makes a really nice play to RNH. And RNH puts it in the back of the net. And at that point, it's 5-0. And you're wondering if this has, the makings of one of those games that we saw last year between the Canucks and the Oilers, where the Canucks won, was it 8-1 or something along those lines. And then it's just weird. All of a sudden, the Canucks woke up. And they score a goal. Troy Stetcher makes a mistake, takes the wrong man. Besser scores, and then they score another goal. And you're like,
and here we go.
And they actually probably could have scored another. They got a little unlucky. It went off the crossbar. Tempers are flying. There's lots of goals. A lot of power plays for the Oilers.
Yeah, let's get to that. You got to know that the Oilers are going to be shorthanded at least once or twice coming up in this third period. I got to think, because the Oilers, I think, really got exceptionally lucky through the first 2 periods that they didn't have at least a couple of penalties called against them. They got a lot of breaks so far here in this game tonight.
Well, that's just me. The one where you would have thought they would have got a power play was when there was the big brouhaha behind the net. Connor Garland does what he does.
Yeah.
He creates mayhem and chaos. He puts his stick in on Pickard after the whistle, and then takes about 6 punches to the head. And then Corey Perry comes in and throws Quinn Hughes to the ground. That's what we talked about. JT Miller went to discuss with him. So that one you're thinking, okay, the Oilers are going to be shorthanded. Even Bob, who's pro-Oiler, who does talk about the refs a lot, he thought the Oilers were going to be shorthanded there. So that one was an odd one. The Canuck penalties they've got were just dumb penalties. Vinny Desharnais, a cross-check that he didn't need to do. That put goals in one. Tripping,
interference. He's covering them all.
It just silly penalties. So the game, I don't believe the refs have had much of an influence in this game. I think just a couple dumb plays by Vinny that have created power play opportunities for the Oilers, and the Oilers have capitalized on a couple of them.
Vancouver scored 2 goals on 4 shots in that period. But you know what? The Besser goal, which I thought kind of gave them a little bit of a jolt, was a beautiful shot.
Yeah, well, it was.
That's a Brock Besser kind of goal.
Well, the problem for that is Troy Stetcher. He moved away from Besser. It was a nice play by JT Miller. JT Miller comes with speed, throws the puck wide. He drives the middle of the ice, kind of takes Stetcher's stick, and we see that Connor and Leon do that too. Kind of take the stick out of the lane, but Stetcher then stayed with Miller and backed up all the way to the net. That meant Brock Besser could skate in, and Brock Besser is a shooter. He is a wonderful shooter. He led the Canucks last year in goals, and when he has that much time and there's nobody forcing him, he's going to make you pay, and he did. He beat Calvin Pickard from a little bit of distance, but to me that just was a 3-on-2 turning into a 3-on-3 that wasn't played correctly.
You know who's having a weird game is Phil Peronic.
I don't think it's weird. I think it's bad.
It's just because he's even on the night, which I can't believe because he's had some horrible giveaways. He scores the 1 goal. It's just been a bizarre night for him. But what do you expect coming up here in the third period? Because obviously we had the little chit chat between Perry and Miller, and now we're getting a close-up view on the big screen. And you believe, what's this going to lead to?
Well, I mean, the Canucks are going to have a push to start the period. I don't think it'll be one of physicality. I think it'll be one trying to win this hockey game. If the Canucks score the next goal, all of a sudden there's going to be belief. And there'll be a little bit of apprehension in the building. There are quite a few Canuck fans in the building. We heard that when the goals were scored. So the Canucks are going to try to have that kind of start. I don't anticipate any silliness. I mean, neither team is built for fighting. So I don't see a whole lot of that. There is emotion in this game. These two teams had a very spirited series last year in the playoffs. I think teams will finish their checks when they have the opportunity, but the Canucks played much better as the period went on. Once they fell behind 5, it's just they fell behind 5. You don't usually come back from that. So we'll see going forward. I do imagine the Canucks will get a power play in this hockey game at some point in this third period. So the Oilers, the next goal will show the excitement level for the third period. If the Canucks score the next goal, the excitement level in this period will be better. There'll be a closer game. If the Oilers score the next goal, the game will be over, and then you will see two teams just playing out the minutes.
Crazy period, too, for Jeff Skinner. Has had 3 golden opportunities in that period alone to score at least one, and was unable to get any of the 3 to go.
He had some nice looks. He was moved up to the first power play unit at times in this game, and Leon has found him a few times back to back. He had 2 grade A scoring chances within 10 seconds of each other. He wasn't able to finish on those, and you can see he was frustrated. Goal scorers, when they get those chances, they rarely miss them, but that's been the kind of year, unfortunately, for Jeff Skinner. One of those you just want something good to happen for him, and unfortunately for him, he's missed a few grade A's tonight.
How do you feel about the power play? 2 for 4 so far.
It's
looked 40 minutes.
It's looked fine. I mean, the one thing they're not having as easy access into the offensive zone, which is understandable. You don't have Connor McDavid skating the length of the ice, but I mean, Leon Draisaitl he's the MVP of the National Hockey League this year, and he's been fantastic in these, well, not quite 2 games yet that Connor's been out. He's got 5 points in the 5 periods thus far. The power play is going through him. It changes a little without Connor McDavid, but you still have Leon Draisaitl, who could win the scoring title this year, could win the Hart, could score 50 goals, and that's a pretty good player to have running your power play in the absence of your best player.
Okay, Rob, thanks. We'll talk to you after the game. We will take a timeout after 40 minutes of play. It's the Oilers 5, the Canucks 2. We're coming back with more right here. This is At the Intermission, brought to you by End of the Row Flooring Centers. Let's get flooring. This is your Ford Dealers NHL Hockey and the Oilers Radio Network.
Believing in yourself takes confidence. At Portage College, 93% of grads say their education gave them the skills and knowledge they needed for their careers. That's the kind of confidence that leads to great results. Learn more at portagecollege.ca.
When was the last time your electricity and natural gas provider made you feel like this? Low rates, no strings attached, year-round perks, and local energy experts who always have your back with Encore by Epcor. Find that carefree energy feeling at encore.epcor.com/carefree.
Customers are free to purchase natural gas or electricity services from a retailer of their choice. For a list of retailers, visit ucahelps.alberta.ca or call 310-4822 toll-free.
When it comes to your new home, nothing should stop you from getting exactly what you want. Coventry Homes puts your needs front and center. They won't dig past your questions about customization, and making changes won't get you sent to the penalty box. With their customizable designs and flexible options, your game-changing home is within reach. Score big with flexibility. By Coventry Homes, the official builder of the Edmonton Oilers.
Portage College graduates are incredibly employable. How does Portage know? 99% of employers surveyed said they would hire a Portage grad. Get career ready at Portage College. Learn more by visiting portagecollege.ca.
With Global News, I'm Thomas Dias.
The union representing striking school support workers in the city who are demanding a livable wage says it has returned to the bargaining table with the city's public school board. School board superintendent Darryl Robertson said he was looking forward to meeting with the union, adding he's hopeful they can reach a deal. The College of Physicians and Surgeons of Alberta is now recommending doctors who need to reduce their patient count discharge their healthiest patients first instead of the current lottery system. The president of the Alberta Medical Association, Dr. Shelley Duggan, says they do not like the fact that not everyone can always stick with their doctor, but the college's decision makes sense since you do not want your sickest patients without a doctor. And Health Minister Adriana LaGrange has announced a new $1.5 million investment for Wellspring, Alberta, hoping to support individuals and families affected by cancer in the province. Some of the programs being funded include counseling services and peer support and helping cope with physical and cognitive challenges that come from cancer treatments. News on demand at 880ched.com.
Hey, Paul Brandt here. You know what I'm a fan of? Alberta. The wide open spaces, the highways and byways, and a rugged, beautiful terrain that I'm proud to call home. Maybe that's why I'm also a fan of my Ford F-150. It's tough, capable, and smart, which makes it a natural fit for roads like these. So if it's a new truck you're looking for, look no further than the truck Albertans love to drive, F-150. Head into your Alberta Ford dealer and tell them PB sent you.
Rogers is Canada's largest and most reliable 5G network. We're made for Oilers fans. You can stream Leon's scoring in Leduc. Watch Tide tie things up in Tofield. Unbelievable! Or check out Connor doing Connor things in Kalmar. And even watch Stewart steal the show while you're in Sedalia. Try saying that 3 times fast. Rogers, proud partner and fan of your Edmonton Oilers.
Athletes know that to advance your career, you've got to be part of a winning team. So, what about you? Are you working for a winning team? Well, here's your chance to do just that. Brandt is a strong and stable industry leader with career opportunities across Canada. We have hundreds of positions available right now, from parts, sales, positioning technology, heavy-duty mechanics, and more. Be a part of a winning team. Earn your stripes by joining Brandt today. Find out more at BrandtJobs.com.
At the intermission, brought to you by End of the Roll Flooring Centers. Let's get flooring.
Bryn Griffiths back at Rogers Place after 40 minutes of play. It is the Oilers 5, the Canucks 2. Let's take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by Pizza 73, the official pizza of the Edmonton Oilers. All right, here we go. Let's get to the final scores first. It was Vegas beating the Blues in St. Louis 4-2. Utah shutting out the Minnesota Wild 4-0. New York Rangers on home ice at MSG, a 6-1 win over the Philadelphia Flyers. Boston Bruins blanking the Ottawa Senators tonight in Beantown 2-0. And the Detroit Red Wings on home ice doubling up on the Montreal Canadiens 4-2. One other final score to report. Carolina on home ice rallying to beat the Columbus Blue Jackets 7-4. Here's what's going on right now. After 40 minutes of play down south in Calgary, the Flames rallying to tie it up. It's 2-2 between the Flames and the Sabres. The Washington Capitals are playing the Kraken in Seattle. After one, there's no score there. It's 0-0. Pittsburgh struggling a little bit in Anaheim after the first period. It's 2-0 for the Ducks in that one. And they've just got going in the first period in San Jose, and it's not good for the Sharks on home ice. They are trailing the Predators 3-0. So that is the out-of-town scoreboard around the NHL. What's happening for the Oilers farm team in Bakersfield? They'll be hosting Ontario tomorrow night, 8 o'clock our time. And in the Western Hockey League, the Edmonton Oil Kings hosting Moose Jaw here tomorrow night at Rogers Place. 7 o'clock is the puck drop. Lethbridge here on Sunday at 6. That's the complete out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by Pizza 73, official pizza of the Edmonton Oilers. Hang in there, third period. Who knows what's coming up in the third? It's coming up, though. At the intermission is brought to you by End of the Roll Flooring Centers. Let's get flooring. This is your Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
At the intermission has been brought to you by End of the Roll Flooring Centers. Let's get flooring.
Score big with the unmatched purity of Clearwater Vodka, the perfect companion for Oilers fans. Crafted with the pristine waters of Alberta, it's a sip of local excellence. Clearwater Vodka, where the spirit of the game meets true Alberta quality. Must be 18 plus. Please drink responsibly.
Freedom Ford is kicking off the new year with incredible savings. Save up to $16,000 on remaining 2024 models with 0% financing and huge discounts. It's the perfect time to upgrade to a brand new vehicle. Freedom Ford is making room for 2025 models, so these deals won't last long. Visit Freedom Ford today and start the new year in style. Don't miss out. Drive into 2025 with unbeatable savings before it's too late.
Pizza 73, the official pizza of your Edmonton Oilers. Loyal to the oil, in Edmonton we trust. Rising to the top like a pizza crust. Got the flavors to play, cooking on ice. Hunger happens, gotta score a slice. Let's go Oilers, E-Town unite. Ice District to Jasper, downtown to White. Wearing orange and blue, game on the screen. Make the right call, Pizza 73.
737373, Pizza 73.
Score big with the unmatched purity of Clearwater Vodka, the perfect companion for Oilers fans. Crafted with the pristine waters of Alberta, it's a sip of local excellence. Clearwater Vodka, where the spirit of the game meets true Alberta quality. Must be 18 plus. Please drink responsibly.
All games, all season. You're listening to the Oilers Radio Network.
Here at Rogers Place, the Edmonton Oilers, the Vancouver Canucks, getting ready for that third period of play. 5-2, Oilers lead. Zach Hyman, 2 goals, 1 assist. Leon Draisaitl, 1 goal, 2 assists. Nugent Hopkins, he's got a goal and a helper. Shots 27-15 in favor of the Oilers. As Nugent Hopkins out there with Brown and Janmark start off the third period. Ekholm and Bouchard on the back end, and Nugent Hopkins, a pass just off the stick of Brown. He's able to chop it into the Canucks zone. Hronek up the left wing to Besser. Oilers at a 5-0 lead, then a couple of goals by the Canucks. Makes things interesting. Brown to Janmark. His pass picked off. Miller able to get it out. Ekholm, shoot it right back in. Hughes to Hronek, goes off a skate, comes to the line, the shot, that one goes off of Nugent Hopkins, or off Janmark, never did get to the net as Kulak let it go. Hughes up the left wing to Pettersson, cuts to the middle as he gains center, now on the right to DiGiuseppe, goes to the right corner, his pass goes off the netminder Pickard, it's centered in front of the net, but that's tied, it was all tied up, so Forbert able to keep it in, left wing to DiGiuseppe, to Forbert, left wing corner, Garland, up the boards to the top of the circle, now turns back to the corner, goes towards the net, his pass hits a skate, and Draisaitl skates up the right wing for the Oilers, will get to center ice, now into the Canucks zone, to the right wing corner, stops up, gets the puck to the left wing, Nurse around behind the net, knocked down by DiGiuseppe, and it goes in behind the goal, and Forbert with it back there. So we're a minute and a half into the third, 5-2, Oilers lead the Canucks. On the right, Darnay up the right wing, off of Bluger, into the Oilers zone, Pickard to the corner, Stetcher getting pressured on the play by Bluger, gets to the middle, Emberson up the right wing, but there's a penalty coming up. No, Bluger, he gets the gloves off, and Perry has still got his gloves on, and that never develops into a fight.
Bluger is going to get a minor here.
The Oilers were going to get the original penalty. Were they not?
Yes, they were.
This might even it up. As Bluger wanted to fight Corey Perry, and Perry had none of it. And we'll see, but that may have just...
you can't give Perry a minor there. Let's see what the call is.
Of course not.
Edmonton penalty number 51, 2-minute minor for tripping. Vancouver penalty number 53, 2-minute minor for roughing. Play 4-on-4.
Okay, 4-on-4 it is. So Bluger took away the power play.
Oh, that wasn't a trip. He just knocked him on his ass. Once, twice,
None of them landed. Perry just held him out. Bluger could not land one.
Yeah.
And Perry kept his gloves on, and so that just evens it up.
Well, Perry, as you know, had an animated conversation with JT Miller at the end of the period. So if JT Miller wants to fight Perry, I bet you Perry takes that fight, get him on the ice. but he just sucked in Luger into negating what would have been a Vancouver power play. Would have been their first of the game. But this game's not over yet.
No, by no means. Face off to the left of Pickard.
And Demko's made a couple huge saves here.
Well, the one off Hyman late in the second was incredible.
Oh, that's trouble right there.
Yep, into the corner. It's Miller out to the slot for Hronik to Miller. Missed the pass. Hits the corner boards. It goes behind the Edmonton net. Ekholm on the left to Brown. Back to Ekholm. Ekholm to the right corner and out of Bouchard. He'll try the other side, and he does find Nugent Hopkins. His pass. He's looking for Brown. It went off a stick. Now Brown's got it.
Brown's got to keep his feet moving here.
Forced back at the Edmonton blue line to Matthias Ekholm. Ekholm up the right wing for Connor Brown. Comes into the Canucks zone to the right wing corner. Put it in behind the net. Hronik there for the Canucks. Now to Quinn Hughes.
Connor Brown's got to manage the puck a little bit better than that there.
Hughes up the left wing for Pettersson. Pettersson to center ice. Stood up by Bouchard, who then steals it. His pass picked off, though, by Garland. Garland to Pettersson into the Oilers zone. Pettersson drops it to Hughes. He'll come down the left wing. Hughes turns towards the boards. Brings it back up to the point. Now he'll take a snapshot. Saved by Pickard. Puck goes to Garland. Centering pass. And that's broken up. And Draisaitl can get it out. Up the left wing to Arvidsson. In over the Canuck line. Stops up the one-timer by Kulak. And booted out by Demko. And Garland up the right wing to center. He'll come in over the line. Down the left wing. Garland shot. That hit skates in front of the net. And Nurse brings it out for the Oilers.
3-on-2 here.
He's into the Canuck zone. Nurse, he'll cut to the net. Saved by Demko. Puck to the corner. And Suter's got it for the Canucks. 5-2, Oilers lead. 3.5 gone in the third. Suter with the shot. Steered aside by the stick of Pickard. DeBrusk on the left wing. Out of the left corner. Down behind the net. Over to the right wing. Up to the blue line for Friedman. Shot off a Suter. It goes wide. DeBrusk recovers, gives it to Friedman. Now back to 5-on-5. A shot off a stick that goes out of play. High event 4-on-4 action.
To say the least. Nope. Nurse just gave a shot there to Forbort.
Yeah.
Nurse will take, Forbort. Forbort went after Noah Philp earlier in the game, and he's obviously upset. Miller's talking here to Nugent Hopkins. They're having an extended conversation. Miller's angry at the world.
Yeah. It's been quite a night here at Rogers Place. 5-2 Oiler lead. Face off to the left of Pickard.
There's guys talking all over the ice.
Yes. Nugent Hopkins will be in the face-off circle with JT Miller. Nugent Hopkins gets it to the left wing corner for Ekholm. Brings it up to center. Throw it across to Brown. In over the line. Brown a shot. Off the stick of Hronik. Goes to the left wing. Janmark to the point for Ekholm. He'll hammer one. That was just tipped wide of the net. Getting his stick on it was Connor Brown. And DeBrusk will get it out for Vancouver. On the left wing to Besser. He'll shoot it in. Behind the net, Nugent Hopkins spins off the check of Miller. Up the left wing, that hit his skate. It gets to the middle. Here's Miller's shot. Save made by Pickard. And puck got rimmed on the left. It hit his skate, went right out to JT Miller. And Calvin Pickard had to be sharp.
Well, Vancouver finally got angry here when the score was 5-0 and played with a little bit more passion. They were surprisingly listless early in this hockey game. Of course, they haven't got a lot of calls. It needs to be stated.
Face off in the Oilers zone to the left of Pickard. 4:27 gone here in the third period. Goes up against the boards. To Henrique up the left wing for Corey Perry. He'll take a hit from Carlson. And it'll be icing against the Oilers. Now Perry's having words with the Canuck bench. Nurse was talking to Carlson and Susie. Something might boil over here at some point.
Yep.
Yeah.
Friedman's coming. All right, that should be a penalty to Friedman. He's got a penalty. No, he's got to have a penalty.
He just gave him one.
There you go, Friedman.
Friedman came in and gave Perry a shot. Friedman got a penalty.
Vancouver 51, 10-minute misconduct.
Oh. Too bad.
Well.
Now, wait a sec here. Face-off should come outside the line. He's the defenseman. Maybe not. Yeah. Came a long way, though.
He did. All right, so still 5 on 5.
And that's what Leon's saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everybody's upset right now.
Yeah. Face off in the Oiler end by the looks of it. Perry has a few more words with everyone at the Vancouver bench on his way off the ice. Face off to the right of Pickard. Puck goes to Forbert. He'll shoot it. Saved by Pickard as Miller won that draw. Clean back to Derek Forbert. With a win and a loss against the Canucks this year, 7-3 win there on November 9th, and of course the 3-2 loss just last Saturday. Face off to the right of Pickard. Puck goes to the left wing. Besser towards the net off a skate. It goes to Susie on the right point. Into the corner to Miller. Takes a bump, holds onto the puck. Cycles it. Is looking for Besser. Gets broken up. Brown along the corner boards. Miller comes in for Vancouver. Gives it to Suter in behind the net. Back to the point. Susie on the right. Into the slot. Off of Besser. Steered aside by Pickard. Puck rimmed on the right wing. Just off of Connor Brown. Down the ice. Janmark flying after it. But Susie had... and then Susie gives Janmark a shot on the end boards. And they're going to give them both penalties. It's getting fun. 5 minutes, 11 seconds gone in the third. 5-2 Oilers lead.
Unsportsmanlike here.
Edmonton number 13, Vancouver number 7. 2 minutes each for roughing.
Roofiness.
Roofiness.
It's like a preseason game in the mid-90s.
Yeah. Well, 4-on-4? Yes. Canucks need one off the ice. They do. Jake DeBrusk skates over to the Canucks bench. We're going to go 4-on-4, which was pretty good last time. Face off to the right of Pickard. 5-2 Oiler lead here in the third. Hronik on the left wing boards back to the point. Hughes wasn't quite on the line. It comes out. Hughes spins around at center.
The Ray Ferraro description of Hughes is apt. He's like Barry Sanders.
It's unbelievable.
He's an unbelievable player. Best certainly, top 3 American player in the world.
Garland lost it to Ekholm at the Edmonton blue line. He'll give it to Draisaitl. Now he'll bring it in. Scott Hyman drops it back. Bouchard walks in. The shot. Oh, Demko just got enough and it went wide. Puck along the left wing boards up to the point. Ekholm has it come out. Oilers have to regroup. Bouchard to Draisaitl. Spins back at center. Loops back to his own blue line. Right wing to Bouchard. Oilers going to make changes, so Bouchard will retreat into his own end.
Look at who's out here.
Kapanen and to Kulak to Bouchard. It's Kapanen and Henrique out for Edmonton up front.
Well, Kapanen can skate. Needs to be stated. He can move his feet.
Kulak out from behind the Edmonton goal. Up the right wing, but it skips off the stick of Henrique. Hughes into his own end for Vancouver. 6.5 gone here in the third period. 5-2 Oilers lead. Hughes weaves his way to center. Off the stick of Forbert into the left wing corner. DeBrus takes a hit. Got it to Forbert. Now to Miller. He'll throw it across to Hughes. Oh, back to Miller. He goes into the left wing corner. Now Miller has it up at the point. To Hughes. To Miller. His shot wide of the net. Rims to Hughes on the right point. Wow, what a little spin move on Henrique. Left wing to Forbert. Back to the blue line to Hughes. To the left wing corner to DeBrus to Hughes. He'll walk in. He'll shoot it. Save. The rebound. Oh, that just went off the stick of Forbert. And the Oilers will bring it out, and it's Nurse to center. In over the Canuck line down the right wing. Nurse centering pass. Just missed Nugent Hopkins. Emerson will keep it in to Nugent Hopkins left wing corner. Played it in behind the net, but nobody there for the Oilers. Puck cleared to the blue line and just out. Brown will shoot it back in as we're back to 5-on-5. 7.5 gone in the third. Oilers up 5-2. Janmark on the left wing, inside the Canuck zone, skates up to the blue line. Pass on the right, finds Emberson. He'll shoot. Save made by Demko. He'll hold on to it. We're going to take a break. 7:47 gone here in the third. 5-2. Oilers lead the Canucks. We'll be right back from Rogers Place. It's Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
From the biggest stadiums to the coziest holes in the wall. From house parties to porch hangs to pride celebrations. From your favorite fuss shop to your local Indian spot. From noodle bars to sports bars to salsa bars. There's a Molson with your name on it. Canadian Ultra XL. Molson. Everyone in. Must be legal drinking age.
For years now, we've been warning Edmontonians on the hazards of our stormwater facilities. While they may appear to look like still ponds, there is moving water beneath the surface, which makes the ice dangerously... The unpredictability of stormwater facilities makes them treacherously unsafe for all winter activities, even walking. So think twice. Don't go on the ice. A safety message from EPCOR.
When the Oilers are on the ice, the big hits are a part of the game. But they shouldn't be a part of your drive. If you've been injured in a car collision, let James H. Brown & Associates and their over 200 years of combined injury law experience help you. Locally owned and proud Edmonton Oiler fans, James H. Brown & Associates is ready to support you with their unrivaled experience, unrivaled results, and unrivaled commitment. When accidents happen, head to jameshbrown.com.
Listen on air, online, and on the Radio Player Canada app.
This is the Oilers Radio Network.
Cam Moon and Bob Stauffer. We're here at Rogers Place. We're in the Legacy Heating and Cooling broadcast booth. Legacy Heating and Cooling. Home and no payments, no interest for 1 year. 5-2. Oilers lead the Canucks 7 minutes, 47 seconds has been played here in the third period. Zach Hyman has 2 goals and 1 assist. Leon Draisaitl 1 goal, 2 assists. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins a goal and an assist. Face off in the Canuck zone to the left of Demko.
I think this is Phelps' first shift here in the third period.
And he's got a helper here tonight. Does Luke Philp?
Noah Philp.
For Noah Philp? I was thinking of his older brother.
Who's playing for
yes, he
Todd
is.
Nelson and Hershey.
Yes, he is. Both of them from Canmore, Alberta. Puck flipped up and out of the zone. And turned up the right wing is Jeff Skinner. He'll shoot it in. Demko out to play. Darnay got it around and out. It went off of Ekholm. Won't be icing. Pickard to Ekholm to Jeff Skinner. Gets the blue line. It doesn't get out. Darnay with a shot. And that one goes off of Carlson in behind the Edmonton goal. Sasson in the right corner with Philp right on him.
Good play.
Philp gets it free. To Skinner. Up the left wing boards and out. Susie, wheel in behind his net for the Canucks and up the left wing. Susie up the left wing to JT Miller. He'll throw it across the Edmonton blue line, but Draisaitl has it for the Oilers. Off of Kulak and out. On the right wing, Matthew Suter will shoot the puck in.
This is becoming no country for old men hockey out there. You got to have your head on the swivel. There's cheap stuff happening on the ice.
Kulak will shovel it out on the backhand. Hronek inside his own line. Up in the air and out. Center ice, Forbert. On the left wing for Pedersen. Now to Besser. Puck goes to the corner. Nurse there for the Oilers. Around to Podkolzin. Gets forced back by Hronek. Off the left wing boards and out.
That's the play Vasily makes right there. Very sure-handed.
Pedersen on the left wing. Shoots it in. Pickard got it to the left wing boards with Pedersen to the point for Hughes. His shot off his stick goes wide. Comes up near the blue line, and Hyman will get it out. That might be just hard enough for icing, and it is. It's icing against the Oilers with 10:23 to go in the third, and Edmonton up 5-2. Face-off will be to the right of Calvin Pickard. 2 o'clock in the afternoon, the Buffalo game on Saturday.
They're playing Narcos by Jimmy Trumpet. Nicely done.
That.
Oh, yeah, big fan.
Puck goes to the right wing corner. Emberson can clear it to Hyman. We'll get the puck in just over the line. Carlson gets it right back out to Bluger. Comes into the Oilers zone. Drops it. Shot off the right wing and then hits a stick. Goes over to the left wing. That shot by Heinen was deflected, and it's Hyman to center ice. He's down the right wing into the Canucks zone. Hughes stole it. Hughes up the right wing for Hronek to center ice, down the left to Carlson. At the Edmonton blue line, taken out by Emberson.
Still got to get it out.
They do get it out. Up the right wing to Kapanen. He'll come into the Canucks zone to the net. The shot, rebound, scores! Kasperi Kapanen got his own rebound, and he makes it 6-2 for the Oilers.
Well, this is a guy that we think may see some time in the top 6 when Connor McDavid comes back, because he is an explosive skater, 22nd overall pick. And the Oilers won a puck battle, and it was Corey Perry freeing it up to Kapanen. He was on his horse, and he picked up his own rebound and deposited the puck home. 6-2 Oilers. And now does it get a little silly, Cam?
It might. 6th of the year for Kapanen, 10:21 time of that goal. At his own blue line. To Besser, he'll shoot it in. Edmonton now up by 4 as Janmark with a puck at the neutral zone. Across to Bouchard on the right. Up the right wing to Nugent Hopkins. He'll dump it in. Darnay on the end boards. Up to the blue line. Suter pushes it out to center ice. Emerson picking up an assist on that. As Brown comes in on the right wing. It's shoved back out of the zone by Darnay.
I thought it was Perry, not Emerson, but I could be corrected. Emerson's on a little bit of a good run here, Cam.
I agree. Kulak gets to center ice. He'll shoot it in. Puck rims on the right in the Canucks zone. Hronek on the end boards.
I hope Noah Phillips ready for about 6 shifts here the rest of the way.
Puck at the side of the net covered up by Demko as Phil was looking for a loose puck and he almost found it. We're going to take a break with 8:39 to go in the third. 6-2 Oilers lead the Canucks from Rogers Place. It's Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Be a savvy Edmonton hotel shopper. Book through Edmonton'sBestHotels.com and receive up to $225 in cash rewards. There are over 55 member hotels to choose from, offering their best value rates. Edmonton'sBestHotels.com. Rewards with every booking.
Hey, Paul Brandt here. As a musician, I'm drawn to the sounds of this great province. Whether it's the wind blowing down the Rockies, the rustling of grass across the prairie, or the sweet sound of a Ford Super Duty, it's all music to my ears. Speaking of Super Duty, with heavy-duty performance that's built for getting the job done right, it's no wonder this truck has Albertans singing its praises. The 2024 Ford Super Duty is available now at your Alberta Ford dealer. Just head on in today and tell them PV sent you.
MIC is a leader in medical imaging and the official medical imaging provider to the Edmonton Oilers. Make MIC your choice. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, the game doesn't stop for injury. MIC's sports medicine imaging specialists can help you get back in the game with a timely and expert diagnosis. Go where the pros go. For a location near you, visit mic.ca.
Be a savvy Edmonton hotel shopper. Book through Edmonton'sBestHotels.com and receive up to $225 in cash rewards. There are over 55 member hotels to choose from, offering their best value rates. Edmonton'sBestHotels.com. Rewards with every booking.
All games, all season. You're listening to the Oilers Radio Network.
Here at Rogers Place, Cam Moon along with Bob Stauffer. 6-2, Oilers lead the Canucks. 8:39 to go in the third period.
Told you, 48. No, Philippies. With this being a 4-goal Oiler to lead, there's 8.5 minutes left in this game. Would not surprise me if he played for the final 8 minutes.
Makes sense. He's out there with Skinner and Kapanen. Kulak and Nurse on the back end. Puck goes to Kulak on the right point. Comes down the right wing in the Canucks zone. Into the corner. Back to the blue line to Skinner. His shot, and it's chipped wide. It hit the stick of Philp. Kapanen. Left wing corner of the Canucks zone. And it goes off his stick. Philp's going to follow it. Goes into the corner with it. Pedersen tied him up. Now Garland.
That was a penalty.
Can't get it out. Comes low to Philp. Philp goes in behind the Vancouver net. Left corner to Kapanen. To the blue line to Nurse. He'll shoot it just wide. And on the right wing, Jeff Skinner. Knocked to the ice by Soucy. Puck goes to Veronica of the Canucks. Long pass for Garland. Way too far. That's icing. 7:55 to go here in the third. The Oilers up by 4.
Well, Philp with an O-zone face-off win, and the Oilers ended up with puck possession the entire time. Zach Hyman through 2 periods had 6 goals and 2 goals and 6 shots on goal in this game.
Face off to the right of Demko. Nurse, Arvidsson, and Podkolzin. Emberson and Stetcher. Puck goes to Podkolzin. His shot was blocked by Soucy. Ouch. Oh, that was a one-timer from the slot. And Soucy clears it out. There's no way that was fun. Arvidsson is in on the right wing to Draisaitl. Played it in behind the net.
Haven't minded Soucy tonight. At least you've noticed him.
Verona got it out. Besser's pass picked off by Draisaitl to Arvidsson into the Canuck end, swatted off his stick, and it comes out.
Get it up the ice here, Troy.
Up the right wing, Stetcher to the blue line. Forbert couldn't hold the line. It comes out. Besser.
You're also going to see a lot of Stetcher and a lot of Emberson in the final 7 minutes with a 4-goal lead.
Forbert will shoot it in. Rims to DiGiuseppe's in the right wing corner. Taken away by Bouchard. He'll get it up the left wing. Down the left side goes Hyman. Into the Canucks zone. Taken to the boards by Desharnais. Top of the circle was Bluger for the Canucks. He's able to get it out. And Bouchard can find it. Going behind the Edmonton net. Throws the brakes on there. Left wing for Ekholm. He'll come up through center. Down the right wing to Perry. In over the Vancouver line. Fires it across. Goes to the left wing point. Ekholm had to go off of Hyman. It comes out to center ice. 6:25 to go here in the third. 6-2 Oilers lead. Hyman into the Canucks zone. Separated from the puck by Sasson. Hronek's got it in the right corner. Fans on his pass. To Brusk. He's able to give it back to Hronek. Now across to Hughes. Down through center ice to Carlson. Shoot it into the Oiler end. Nurse goes to the end boards. Sasson holds him up against them. Nugent Hopkins trying to dig out a loose puck. Goes in behind the Edmonton net. Nurse to Kulak. Kulak up the right wing. Kulak will get to center. Now into the Canucks zone. Cuts to the middle. Oh, he almost got a pass through. And it would have sent Brown in all alone. But Hughes could take it in behind his own net. Quinn Hughes out through the middle for Vancouver. Center ice. Missed Pedersen with the pass. Philp's got it now for the Oilers. Noah Philp up the left wing. His pass for Stetcher just picked out of his skates there by Garland. Puck goes into the Oiler end. Ty Emberson. Cross to Jeff Skinner. Skinner, cross ice to Troy Stetcher. And the former Canuck gets over center and dumps the puck in. Desharnais out of Pettersson. Pettersson up the right wing, got it to center ice. Skinner breaking that up for Edmonton, only for a moment. Now Garland off the left wing boards will dump it in. Under 5 to go here in the third. Edmonton up 6-2. Emberson right corner in the Oilers zone. Kapanen pinched upon by Forbert. It's up against the boards. It'll go to the line. And Hronek had kept it into the left wing corner to Besser. He'll get it out to Suter, and his shot just went wide. Hronek on the right wing point. Now to Miller. Goes into the corner.
That not a penalty?
It gets spun around by Podkolzin. The puck goes to the blue line. Susie will drift the shot blocked in front of the net. It hit Emberson. And out from behind the Edmonton goal is Stetcher. And he'll go up in the air and out. And it will not be icing.
They haven't got a call all night, Cam. I mean, where are the Oilers broadcasters? If I'm Rick talking, I'm like, okay, I get it.
I want to keep that clock moving, I guess.
Yeah, let's just get this thing over down.
Ekholm, center ice, pass on the right, goes to Draisaitl, comes into the Canucks zone on the left. Now on the left wing boards in front of the net to Arvidsson, and he shoots it wide. From the right wing point, Perry puts it off the corner boards. Over to Draisaitl. Out to Arvidsson. Arvidsson on the left wing to the top of the circle. Cycles the puck to Perry. He'll dump it low. It's Desharnais behind his goal across to Hughes. 3:25 to go in the third. 6-2 Oilers lead. Arvidsson at center ice. Dump it in. Desharnais to Hughes. Hughes off the right wing boards and out. That was going to nobody. Nurse with a pass through the middle, misses everybody as well, and that will be icing against Edmonton.
Well, pretty impressive performance overall tonight for Edmonton. I mean, you don't have the world's best player, though this season the world's best player might be Leon Draisaitl. He's now within 1 point of Nate McKinnon. You don't want to, Nate's an unbelievable player. The Colorado Avalanche have mastered the art of empty net goals. Oilers need to work on that a little bit, by the way. That's not a strength of theirs.
I don't think they'll get a chance tonight.
No.
Hronek from the point, skips it off the shin pads of Henrique, left wing to Perry. Able to get it deep into the Canucks zone. Here comes Garland. Down the right wing is shot off the stick of Stetcher.
Forbert's trying to engage Perry way back in the neutral ice area.
Puck in the left wing corner. Pettersson wanted to get it through the middle, but Henrique can get it out. To Hyman down the right wing. Over center ice, he'll shoot it in. Goes in behind the Vancouver net. Hronek up the right wing. Long pass to Besser. He'll bring it into the Oilers zone. His shot high and wide around the glass and down into the Canucks zone. Pass through the middle. Besser's forced back by Jeff Skinner. Now give it to JT Miller. Miller checked by Jeff Skinner. Into the Canucks zone he goes down the left wing. Right in behind the net, Friedman. The boards hit the referee. It goes in behind the goal again.
It's gone for Vancouver.
No kidding.
They might argue they've been playing two teams tonight.
Suter in on the right wing. That's broken up. Philp will get it out. Off the right wing boards. Not hard enough for icing. Edmonton can make a change. Minute 45 to go into third. 6-2 Oilers lead. Luger to center ice. Shoots it in. Pickard gets it up on the glass and out to the neutral zone. Hronek to Bluger. Bluger into the slot and sweeping it towards the net was Heinen. It was blocked by Nurse. Back to the point. Hronek shot. Save made by Pickard, and he'll cover it up with a minute 26 to go here in the third. 6-2 Oilers lead the Canucks.
A little more physical Canucks. Kiefer Sherwood, we've not seen him in the third period here, Cam.
Yep. It's a good block by Nurse. Face off to the left of Pickard. Arvidsson and Hyman out there. Nurse and Stetcher. Puck goes to Nurse, off the left wing boards. Bluger's going to keep it in for Vancouver. Right wing to Hyman. Hyman to the line to Friedman. In front of the net, Giuseppe shot right, pad save made by Pickard. Bluger shoots from the angle that was going wide.
Classic score effects here for Vancouver in this third period.
Goes to the left wing. Bluger cycling the puck. Broken up by Henrique. He'll get it out. We're into the last minute here in the third. Oilers up 6-2. Giuseppe dropping it. Bluger down the left wing. Shoots. High and wide of the net. Comes out to center ice. Desharnais at his own blue line for Vancouver. Into the Oiler end on the left wing to Bluger. Bluger towards the net. Head stick save made by Pickard. And he swats it down the left wing. And it's Philp to center. Philp in over the Canuck blue line. Stops on the left, and it was Soucy to take it away. 25 seconds left in the game. Carlson out from behind his net for the Canucks. They get to center ice. Only to the Edmonton blue line. Kulak with it to Philp. Over to Emberson. To Philp. 10 seconds left. You can hear the crowd here at Rogers Place as Philp centers it. Appreciative of the Oilers' effort here tonight. Stassen with a long shot, gloved by Pickard. The Oilers win this one going away. 6-2 the final. They defeat the Canucks here at Rogers Place.
The man that would be happiest with this performance today would be Connor McDavid. It's got to be stated.
3 points for Leon Draisaitl, 3 points for Zach Hyman. Hyman 2-1, Draisaitl 1-2. Nugent Hopkins had a goal and an assist. Calvin Pickard solid in net. Dealt with 26 Canuck shots, stopped 24 of them.
Well, how would you say this? Connor McDavid would be absolutely stoked.
Sure. Yeah.
About Edmonton Oilers.
I would think. Thrilled. I didn't
absolutely thrilled with.
Yeah. Elated. How's that for another one? It's like I swallowed a thesaurus up here right now. Just cranking out words for you. 6-2 the final. Oilers over the Canucks. As Edmonton had a 3-0 lead after the first period. It was 5-2 after the second. It was a 5-0 lead at one point. Canucks get a couple. Made it interesting, but the Oilers get one in the third by Kasperi Kapanen, and that
turn out the lights.
Yeah, that one salted it away. We'll head downstairs. Brendan Escott standing by with Adam Henrique.
Adam, we'll just start. I wonder what stood out to you most about tonight's victory.
Well, we just came ready to play. I think we put an emphasis on our start and having a good start jumping out to our game and getting to it. So I think we did a good job of that. Drew a couple penalties, a couple good power plays early on, and got the momentum and went from there.
When you saw that puck wrapping around the wall, were you thinking wraparound right away, or was there something instinctual about the way you scored your goal?
Yeah, just once it was coming back, I knew it was going to be pretty clean, so I was just trying to, beat him back to the post or 5-hole there. Fortunate enough to get it back in there. So nice one to get, and I thought we played well tonight.
Coming off an emotional game like this, how do you make sure that there's no drop-off? You're playing a team that you only see a couple times a year in Buffalo on Saturday.
Yeah, well, we talk about it a lot, not getting too high, not getting too low. There's ups and downs through the season. There's ups and downs in games, and we have a mature group. We just try to stay steady and continue to play our game.
Congrats on the win.
Thank you,
guys.
All right, thanks very much, Adam Henrique. That was downstairs with Brendan Escott. The Oilers win this one 6-2 over the Canucks.
Yeah, good performance, right?
Yes.
There's really no other way to say it. I mean, solid. Won every single aspect of this game. Probably had a call or two in this one. I think we got to state the Oilers ended up with 4 power plays, went 2 for 4. Vancouver had a couple power plays if they just kept, they got emotional. They were the more emotional team in this game as it wore on. But when you're getting pumped 5-0 midway through the second period, that's what happens. And, you got to know that Connor would be super stoked and super happy with the performance of his team tonight.
I would think so, yeah. Oilers solid win here tonight over the Canucks. You knew the emotion was going to be high. First of all, it's a rivalry, and they just played Saturday, and the way things turned out on Saturday, that this game was going to have a little extra zip to it. It did. Oilers played very well, respond well, played well against Washington, didn't get the result. Played well here tonight did get the result. Now you got Buffalo coming in Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, Buffalo's, they're an interesting, where you're not going to see Ryan McLeod. He's on the injured reserve list. That's unfortunate. The Sabres are in
Calgary tonight,
and they're getting pumped. It's 5-2 with about 2 minutes left in third period. So Calgary's getting, but the thing about Buffalo, they can beat you any given night. Yeah. You just don't know what you're going to see from them on a day-to-day basis. By the way, Ethan Frank, I like that guy out of Western. That kid's got a chance to be a player. He played for our old friend Todd Nelson in Hershey the last couple of years. He's got one tonight as well, but how's that for a segue? Bottom line here is, the Oilers get Buffalo Saturday afternoon. Stuart Skinner's going to start in goal, and Leon Draisaitl continues just his excellence without the world's best player in the lineup this year. The Oilers are now, think about this for a second. Edmonton is 3-2 without Connor McDavid in their 2 losses. 2 really good teams. New Jersey at home on the second of a back-to-back, in which Edmonton outshot New Jersey 32-14, and the Washington Capitals in a game in which the Oilers outshot Washington 34-14. So we'll see what sort of juice the Oilers bring on Saturday night against the Buffalo Sabres.
No, it's definitely a good Saturday. Yeah, that's right.
That's going to be a good day for you and me.
Oh, we're going to have a good time. Yes, we are. It's going to be a fun day, a full day and evening. As the Oilers win 6-2 here over the Canucks. How about Calvin Pickard? He's 12-4 now. Picks up the win. It was Zach Hyman. He had a couple of goals here tonight. Leon Draisaitl, Adam Henrique, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, Kasperi Kapanen also scoring for Edmonton. Draisaitl and Hyman both with 3-point nights. And Pickard, like I said, picks up the win. He's now 12-4 on the year. Edmonton improves to 30-15-3 with the victory. Canucks drop to 20-17-10. 6-2 the final. Oilers over the Canucks. The Rogers postgame show is coming up next.
Life behind the bench. He was in conversation with Scott Laughlin and Gord Stellick for the morning skate on SiriusXM NHL Network Radio. That's SiriusXM Channel 91.
Mad Dog Sports Radio has the best sports talk in the business, covering sports with a passion and knowledge you need. Mad Dog Sports Radio, SiriusXM 86, and the SXM app.
I'm Frank Trachtenberg with your SiriusXM NHL schedule for Thursday, January the 23rd. All times are Eastern, and please remember, all games, times, and channels are subject to change. Check SiriusXM.com for the latest updates. In the NHL, 7 p.m., Boston Bruins take on the Ottawa Senators. Bruins on Sirius XM channels 91, Internet 921. Senators on Internet 939. 7 p.m., New York Rangers face the Philadelphia Flyers. Rangers on Sirius 209, XM 220, and Internet 938. Flyers on Internet 940. 7 p.m., Detroit Red Wings face the Montreal Canadiens. Red Wings on Sirius 208, XM 219, and Internet 929. Canadiens on Internet 934. 7 p.m., Carolina Hurricanes face the Columbus Blue Jackets. Hurricanes on Sirius 210, XM 221, and Internet 924. Blue Jackets on Internet 927. 8 p.m., St. Louis Blues face the Vegas Golden Knights. Blues on Sirius 211, XM 222, and Internet 944. Knights on Internet 949. 8 p.m., Minnesota Wild face the Utah Hockey Club. Wild on XM 223, Internet 933. Utah on Internet 947. 9 p.m., Calgary Flames face the Buffalo Sabres. Flames on XM 201, Internet 923. Sabres on Internet 922. 9 p.m., Edmonton Oilers take on the Vancouver Canucks. Oilers on XM 202, Internet 930. Canucks on Internet 948. 10 p.m., Anaheim Ducks face the Pittsburgh Penguins. Ducks on Sirius 208, XM 219, and Internet 920. Penguins on Internet 941. 10 p.m., Seattle Kraken takes on the Washington Capitals. Kraken on Sirius XM channels 91, Internet 943. Capitals on Internet 950. 10:30 p.m., San Jose Sharks face the Nashville Predators. Sharks on Sirius 209, XM 220, and Internet 942. Predators on Internet 935. For 24/7 coverage of the NHL season and hockey across the world, keep it locked on Sirius XM NHL Network Radio, Channel 91. I'm Frank Trachtenberg with your Sirius XM NHL schedule for Thursday, January the 23rd. All times are Eastern, and please remember, all games, times, and channels are subject to change. Check SiriusXM.com for the latest updates.
MLB Network Radio is your home for 24/7 baseball talk, featuring on-site coverage of every major event from spring training through the World Series and expert analysis from former general managers and players. SiriusXM, Channel 89.
Former NHL head coach Iron Mike Keenan came on the morning skate with Scott Laughlin and Gord Stellick for SiriusXM NHL Network Radio, and he was asked about the long Alexei Kovalev shift during his time in New York, and he shared his side of the story about the skilled offensive talent that was Kovalev.
The Alexei Kovalev shift. I've heard 7 minutes. I've heard 9 minutes. Hey, you stay out there. You kind of figure it out. Describe to us what went into that. How long was a shift? Certainly Kovalev was a talent, that's for sure. But he was a bit of an enigma.
Super talent.
Yes.
And talented people sometimes are elusive. And Alex, I try to explain to him, you're getting 20 minutes, and I don't want the shifts to be 1 minute, so you have 20 shifts. I'm going to give you 40 shifts at 30 seconds so you can build the intensity up. Understand? Yeah, I understand, Mike. Goes out there. Of course, it's a minute and a half. I said, now, Alex, the guy that's supposed to be playing behind you just missed his shift because now we're going to the next rotation. You're out there for 2 rotations. Okay, Michael. So, again, next thing, does it again. So I said, oh, my God. So I said, okay, guys, this time when he comes back to the bench, he's now going to overextend his shift. He's going to be a little tired. Don't open the doors. He comes over and I said, get out. He thinks I love him now. Get back out there, I said. So then he comes over again. And now I said, guys, he's going to want to climb into the bench because he's done. I said, when he comes over, puts his leg up, push him back out. And they pushed him. But now they are laughing on the bench. This is in New York City. Right during the game. Back there. So Alex figures it out. He scores a goal in the middle of this shift.
Wow.
He gets himself a rest. Stays out there. Finishes the period. So I think it's about 9 minutes. I walk off the bench and said, Mess, explain it to him, will you, please? He said, I will. Don't worry. I'll look after it. So as a result, we fast forward now to the playoffs in Game 6, playing New Jersey. In the Jersey series, I double shifted him. When he had to come back, and he was electrifying. Mess got the 3 goals, but Alex was a horse. And it's very talented, powerful. And the problem was he was so efficient that he could stay out, but he didn't grasp the concept of just picking up the intensity. You could see him. He could dangle and hang onto the puck, and nobody could take it from him. He was resting while he was out there.
So in essence, it was a bit of a training ground for what was to come against the Devils at the most important time.
Exactly. Wow. So it turned out to be a good lesson for him because that's what he did in that game. 30 seconds, 40 seconds. I said, Alex, I'm going to double shift you. Get ready. Don't be out too long.
That was former NHL head coach Iron Mike Keenan in conversation with Gord Stellick and Scott Laughlin for the Morning Skate on Sirius XM NHL Network Radio. That's Sirius XM Channel 91.
On the court and off, your home for the NBA is Sirius XM. Follow all the drama as your favorite team vies for it all. Sirius XM NBA Radio. Sirius XM 86.
I'm Frank Trachtenberg with your Sirius XM NHL schedule for Thursday, January the 23rd. All times are Eastern, and please remember, all games, times, and channels are subject to change. Check SiriusXM.com for the latest updates. In the NHL, 7 p.m., Boston Bruins take on the Ottawa Senators. Bruins on Sirius XM channels 91, Internet 921. Senators on Internet 939. 7 p.m., New York Rangers face the Philadelphia Flyers. Rangers on Sirius 209, XM 220, and Internet 938. Flyers on Internet 940. 7 p.m., Detroit Red Wings face the Montreal Canadiens. Red Wings on Sirius 208, XM 219, and Internet 929. Canadiens on Internet 934. 7 p.m., Carolina Hurricanes face the Columbus Blue Jackets. Hurricanes on Sirius 210, XM 221, and Internet 924. Blue Jackets on Internet 927. 8 p.m., St. Louis Blues face the Vegas Golden Knights. Blues on Sirius 211, XM 222, and Internet 944. Knights on Internet 949. 8 p.m., Minnesota Wild face the Utah Hockey Club. Wild on XM 223, Internet 933. Utah on Internet 947. 9 p.m., Calgary Flames face the Buffalo Sabres. Flames on XM 201, Internet 923. Sabres on Internet 922. 9 p.m., Edmonton Oilers take on the Vancouver Canucks. Oilers on XM 202, Internet 930. Canucks on Internet 948. 10 p.m., Anaheim Ducks face the Pittsburgh Penguins. Ducks on Sirius 208, XM 219, and Internet 920. Penguins on Internet 941. 10 p.m., Seattle Kraken takes on the Washington Capitals. Kraken on Sirius XM channels 91, Internet 943. Capitals on Internet 950. 10:30 p.m., San Jose Sharks face the Nashville Predators. Sharks on Sirius 209, XM 220, and Internet 942. Predators on Internet 935. For 24/7 coverage of the NHL season and hockey across the world, keep it locked on Sirius XM NHL Network Radio, Channel 91. I'm Frank Trachtenberg with your Sirius XM NHL schedule for Thursday, January the 23rd. All times are Eastern, and please remember, all games, times, and channels are subject to change. Check SiriusXM.com for the latest updates.
SiriusXM NFL Radio Channel 88 brings you expert analysis from former players, coaches, and executives, plus reaction to all the latest news on the only 24/7 station dedicated to the National Football League.
Former Buffalo Sabres head coach Don Granato was on the morning skate with Scott Laughlin and Gord Stellick for SiriusXM NHL Network Radio Channel 91 to talk about how different today's athletes are, as well as what it's been like to watch Austin Matthews grow.
It's really a switch in the last 10 years. The first birth year I had at the national team program was 95 birth year. So it was JT Compher, Tyler Mott, that group. You have them for 2 years. So the next birth year coming in was the 97s, which was prolific. It was Austin Matthews and Matthew Tkachuk and McAvoy and Hanifin, Werenski. And I remember talking to the coaches back then that this birth year is way different than the 95 birth year. And this summer, ironically, I picked up a book that titled The Anxious Generation. And I thought it was very well documented, and the author used the iPhone. And the iPhone came out in 2008 or 6, somewhere in that range. But social media didn't hit hard on the iPhone where you could rate a kid's looks if you're a high school student. And so judging other people on a social media app on the iPhone was about 2013. And so now you think about all these kids going to high school, and we never had this. They could be made fun of on social media. They don't even know it, and they're walking out of a classroom and people are laughing. Yeah. So it's a different world we all live in because we're all criticized and compared to more and faster. And with that, you need to balance that with support. And I think, lots of coaches that have gone, that I watch around the league in the NHL, there's a lot of great coaches and a lot of good young coaches that are really good at that. The X's and O's, I say to people, are easy now. When the X's and O's are a very simple part of hockey. It's connecting with people and getting people motivated and excited. And that's changed dramatically. X's and O's became big when video hit the computer. You could watch 100 or 1,000 forechecks over and over and over and say, okay, these are the key components on a forecheck. And so, you didn't have to be in the NHL to become better at that. So that's the easy part. I just can't imagine doing this or that I did it. I called Brian Matthews one time in Austin's U17 year. And I said, Brian, I said, do you have any idea how good your son is? And his reply was, no. Like, what are you talking about? Why are you, what is this conversation? And I had to explain to him, and I said, I think this is what's going to happen, Austin. I said, you honestly have to prepare for your life to become very chaotic and crazy. And lo and behold, he gets drafted in Toronto instead of, some different market. And we know how crazy it can be here. Oh, yeah. But, and then the last thing I'll say on it is I remember leading up to the draft, lots of people said, can he handle Toronto? And I thought, absolutely, no problem. And the biggest thing for me is when a young player comes in the league, and we talked about it earlier, if they're a -2 or 3 and they have a really tough night, you get to know how they're going to respond. And some that breaks their confidence, and maybe they need a stint in the AHL. You got to get them out of the pressure. But Austin was so good that if that happened, and when it's happened in his career, it doesn't hurt his confidence. He knows that he's in that category of player that I know I can redeem myself just get me to the next game now. And they can do, the best players can do that. And that's a different echelon of player at the NHL level that can do that. So if you look at the top players in the NHL, their confidence is not going to break. The guys right under that, they have a bad night. They may not want that next game.
Follow every second of the action on NHL Network Radio. From behind the bench to every play on the ice. If it's hockey, it's on SiriusXM NHL Network Radio. SiriusXM 91.
I'm Frank Trachtenberg with your SiriusXM NHL schedule for Friday, January the 24th. All times are Eastern, and please remember, all games, times, and channels are subject to change. Check SiriusXM.com for the latest updates. In the NHL, 7:30 p.m., Dallas Stars face the Vegas Golden Knights. Stars on Sirius 210 XM 221 and Internet 928. Nights on Internet 949. 7:30 p.m. New York Islanders take on the Philadelphia Flyers. Islanders on Sirius 208 XM 219 and Internet 937. Flyers on Internet 940. 8 p.m. Winnipeg Jets face the Utah Hockey Club. Jets on Sirius and XM channels 91, Internet 951. Utah on Internet 947. 8 p.m. Chicago Blackhawks take on the Tampa Bay Lightning. Blackhawks on Sirius 209, XM 220 and Internet 925. Lightning on Internet 945. For 24/7 coverage of the NHL season and hockey across the world, keep it locked on Sirius XM NHL Network Radio, Channel 91. I'm Frank Trachtenberg with your Sirius XM NHL schedule for Friday, January the 24th. All times are Eastern, and please remember, all games, times, and channels are subject to change. Check SiriusXM.com for the latest updates. In the NHL, 7:30 p.m., Dallas Stars face the Vegas Golden Knights. Stars on Sirius 210 XM 221 and Internet 928. Nights on Internet 949. 7:30 p.m., New York Islanders take on the Philadelphia Flyers. Islanders on Sirius 208 XM 219 and Internet 937. Flyers on Internet 940. 8 p.m., Winnipeg Jets face the Utah Hockey Club. Jets on Sirius and XM channels 91, Internet 951. Utah on Internet 947. 8 p.m., Chicago Blackhawks take on the Tampa Bay Lightning. Blackhawks on Sirius 209, XM 220 and Internet 925. Lightning on Internet 945. For 24/7 coverage of the NHL season and hockey across the world, keep it locked on Sirius XM NHL Network Radio, Channel 91. I'm Frank Trachtenberg with your Sirius XM NHL schedule for Friday, January the 24th. All times are Eastern, and please remember, all games, times, and channels are subject to change. Check SiriusXM.com for the latest updates.
Hear it all on demand. Your favorite shows, your favorite games. Don't miss a second of your favorite SiriusXM programming on demand with the SiriusXM app. Download it now for free.
New York Rangers legend and Hockey Hall of Famer Mark Messier joined Scott Laughlin on SiriusXM NHL Network Radio, Channel 91, to share what it was like to play in the 1994 finals with the New York Rangers, as well as ending the 54-year drought for the franchise and how that team represented what a hockey team is all about.
Well, look, I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you about 1994 as well. You mentioned Mike Keenan. We spoke with him in studio a couple of weeks ago. He still speaks so highly of you and of that run. So take us back to ending the 54-year drought. In Game 7, you get a power play goal. You shovel a puck underneath of Kirk McLean. Stands up as the game winner, as it turns out. So take us back to that hot, steamy night. What was it, June 14th of 1994 at the Garden in New York?
Just, I guess just starting, going to the rink, trying to keep your same routine. Brian Leach and I would always drive together down through Times Square, down Broadway, 7th Avenue, to take a right-hand turn on 33rd Street. And you could feel things were different, even from the Upper West Side. Just the vibe and the energy of the whole city was just electrified. Getting down towards Madison Square Garden, seeing the crowd already starting to build, the police officers surrounding the garden. It was a carnival-like atmosphere. Obviously, we knew we were something on the cusp of doing something that hadn't been done in 54 years. The magnitude of it was palpable. I mean, the energy, just everything just seemed to be so electrified. You try to keep yourself in the moment. You try to stay with your routine. Obviously, there's a much more at stake. And then, we found ourselves, much like we did in 87, up 3-1 in the series, losing to the 5th game, where it was pretty much a foregone conclusion that New York Rangers were finally going to win a Stanley Cup after 54 years. Only to find ourselves the party atmosphere got a little bit delayed and then had to go back to Vancouver, which again, we got trounced in Vancouver, just like we did in 87. And now we're coming home for Game 7. And the same thing happened. We felt good about our chances. We felt we were a better team than Vancouver. We felt that we should have wrapped up the series earlier against Vancouver, but that's the greatest thing about sports. You can think all you want, but the reality is they got a heartbeat over there too. They got pride over there too. They're there for a reason because they're a great team. And here we are in Game 7 and happen to go out and execute a great game plan to beat a very hungry, very young, very physical, hard team to play against in Vancouver. And luckily for us, we had a lot of experience. We had a dynamic, incredible amount of talent with Brian Leach and Sergei Zubov, Alex Kovalev, Adam Graves, and Mike Richter and net, and then sprinkled in with veterans, some hardened veterans with McTavish and Tikkanen and Steve Larmer and Noonan and Mateau and Jeff Bukaboom and Jay Wells and all the amazing players that banded together that year to create maybe not the most skilled team that's ever won a Stanley Cup, but if you look up the word team, they could put the 1994 Ranger team right there, and that year, that team epitomizes what a team is all about.
The PGA Tour comes to life on SiriusXM. It's your destination for everything on the tour. Hear live hole-by-hole coverage and expert analysis. PGA Tour Radio, SiriusXM 92.
I'm Frank Trachtenberg with your SiriusXM NHL schedule for Friday, January the 24th. All times are Eastern, and please remember, all games, times, and channels are subject to change. Check SiriusXM.com for the latest updates. In the NHL, 7:30 p.m., Dallas Stars face the Vegas Golden Knights. Stars on Sirius 210, XM 221, and Internet 928. Knights on Internet 949. 7:30 p.m., New York Islanders take on the Philadelphia Flyers. Islanders on Sirius 208, XM 219, and Internet 937. Flyers on Internet 940. 8 p.m., Winnipeg Jets face the Utah Hockey Club. Jets on Sirius and XM channels 91, Internet 951. Utah on Internet 947. 8 p.m., Chicago Blackhawks take on the Tampa Bay Lightning. Blackhawks on Sirius 209, XM 220, and Internet 925. Lightning on Internet 945. For 24/7 coverage of the NHL season and hockey across the world, keep it locked on Sirius XM NHL Network Radio, Channel 91. I'm Frank Trachtenberg with your Sirius XM NHL schedule for Friday, January the 24th. All times are Eastern, and please remember, all games, times, and channels are subject to change. Check SiriusXM.com for the latest updates. In the NHL, 7:30 p.m., Dallas Stars face the Vegas Golden Knights. Stars on Sirius 210, XM 221, and Internet 928. Knights on Internet 949. 7:30 p.m., New York Islanders take on the Philadelphia Flyers. Islanders on Sirius 208, XM 219, and Internet 937. Flyers on Internet 940. 8 p.m., Winnipeg Jets face the Utah Hockey Club. Jets on Sirius and XM channels 91, Internet 951. Utah on Internet 947. 8 p.m., Chicago Blackhawks take on the Tampa Bay Lightning. Blackhawks on Sirius 209, XM 220, and Internet 925. Lightning on Internet 945. For 24/7 coverage of the NHL season and hockey across the world, keep it locked on Sirius XM NHL Network Radio, Channel 91. I'm Frank Trachtenberg with your Sirius XM NHL schedule for Friday, January the 24th. All times are Eastern, and please remember, all games, times, and channels are subject to change. Check SiriusXM.com for the latest updates.
SiriusXM has soccer covered end to end. SiriusXM FC. Hear live play-by-play and talk shows hosted by legends of the game. It's SiriusXM FC on Channel 157.
Six-time Stanley Cup champion and Hockey Hall of Famer Mark Messier stopped by SiriusXM NHL Network Radio's The Morning Skate with Scott Laughlin to discuss what Game 7 means to him and what it's like to also lose a Game 7.
Well, when you think about the two greatest words in sports, you think about Game 7 for many reasons. Obviously, to get to a Game 7, both teams obviously very evenly matched from the literal sense, the Game 7. You don't have to be a sport fan to understand that something's big at stake and that you will go watch it even if you don't know the teams, you don't know the players, you don't know the backdrop, because it's the greatest form of reality TV in the world, because there is going to be a winner and a loser. A lot at stake, obviously. But for me personally, it's a lifetime journey to acquire the skill set that's required to be able to perform when the stakes are the highest, under the most scrutinized pressure, when you're expected to perform. And you think about a Game 7 moment or a Game 7, that's when you have to perform. It's a winner or go home situation. And what are the skill sets that are required to do that? Obviously, we've practiced our game and honed our skill set for years and years and years, tens of thousands of hours of honing our skills. But emotionally, mentally, what prepares you to play in those moments and perform when you're expected to? That, I think, is what really defines a Game 7 moment for the players that have excelled in Game 7 moments. And what are those life lessons that we can teach our young boys and girls, and the skill sets required to do that? The breathing, it's being able to slow your heart down, and your blood pressure goes up, and your decision-making is rash, and concentration varies because of all of it. What allows you to kind of really slow down and use your God-given talent, and then obviously the repetitions through your whole life that you know you can do it, You just got to be able to do it when it matters most. It's like hitting a home run, and like Aaron Boone did, or doing something special at the right moments. And I think the educational part of the docuseries is really fascinating to me there, to help our young boys and girls who will be faced with big decisions in their life. And you don't have to be a sport fan to have a Game 7 moment in life. Everybody's faced with decisions that are going to alter the trajectory of their lives in one way or another there. And we're trying to figure out what those skill sets are.
What does it feel like to lose a Game 7?
Fortunately for me, I never experienced what the Oilers did last year, of going all the way to the end in a championship game and losing in a Game 7. Anytime you get to a Game 7, it's a hard journey to get there. Two teams, evenly matched. It's been a war. It's been a tug-of-war. Everybody's hurt. Everybody's tired. And then to lose that is devastating. I think about my own experience in Game 7, winning 7 of them. The 2 still hurt to this day. What could I have done different? You always say that you got to lose in order to understand how to win. I do agree with that. I think there are lessons in loss and in failure, both as a team and as an individual. If I had my preference, I would have liked to have learned those lessons while I was winning. But unfortunately, that's just not the way it is. But I look back at it now and just think about how grateful I am for all the lessons in wins and the losses, because it really ends up defining who you are as a person and as a player.
Follow every second of the action on NHL Network Radio. From behind the bench to every play on the ice. If it's hockey, it's on SiriusXM NHL Network Radio. SiriusXM 91.
I'm Frank Trachtenberg with your SiriusXM NHL schedule for Friday, January the 24th. All times are Eastern, and please remember, all games, times, and channels are subject to change. Check SiriusXM.com for the latest updates. In the NHL, 7:30 p.m., Dallas Stars face the Vegas Golden Knights. Stars on Sirius 210, XM 221, and Internet 928. Knights on Internet 949. 7:30 p.m., New York Islanders take on the Philadelphia Flyers. Islanders on Sirius 208, XM 219, and Internet 937. Flyers on Internet 940. 8 p.m., Winnipeg Jets face the Utah Hockey Club. Jets on Sirius and XM channels 91, Internet 951. Utah on Internet 947. 8 p.m., Chicago Blackhawks take on the Tampa Bay Lightning. Blackhawks on Sirius 209, XM 220, and Internet 925. Lightning on Internet 945. For 24/7 coverage of the NHL season and hockey across the world, keep it locked on Sirius XM NHL Network Radio, Channel 91. I'm Frank Trachtenberg with your Sirius XM NHL schedule for Friday, January the 24th. All times are Eastern, and please remember, all games, times, and channels are subject to change. Check SiriusXM.com for the latest updates. In the NHL, 7:30 p.m., Dallas Stars face the Vegas Golden Knights. Stars on Sirius 210, XM 221, and Internet 928. Knights on Internet 949. 7:30 p.m., New York Islanders take on the Philadelphia Flyers. Islanders on Sirius 208, XM 219, and Internet 937. Flyers on Internet 940. 8 p.m., Winnipeg Jets face the Utah Hockey Club. Jets on Sirius and XM channels 91, Internet 951. Utah on Internet 947. 8 p.m., Chicago Blackhawks take on the Tampa Bay Lightning. Blackhawks on Sirius 209, XM 220, and Internet 925. Lightning on Internet 945. For 24/7 coverage of the NHL season and hockey across the world, keep it locked on Sirius XM NHL Network Radio, Channel 91. I'm Frank Trachtenberg with your Sirius XM NHL schedule for Friday, January the 24th. All times are Eastern, and please remember, all games, times, and channels are subject to change. Check SiriusXM.com for the latest updates.
SiriusXM Fantasy Sports Radio is the place for expert advice, strategy, and information from the best fantasy sports analysis to win your league. Plus, hear pick-by-pick coverage of live drafts and interviews with top players, coaches, and team executives on SiriusXM 87.
Hockey Hall of Famer and Stanley Cup champion for the Edmonton Oilers and New York Rangers, Mark Messier joined Scott Laughlin on the morning skate for SiriusXM NHL Network Radio on Channel 91 to discuss the pressures of Game 7 after having played in 9 Game 7s himself, winning 7 of them, and how you can either thrive under pressure or crumble underneath it.
I must look at Game 7s, Mark, like I do overtime in the Stanley Cup playoffs or overtime in any sporting event where you've got so much pressure on you and every play gets magnified. Could you, during the course of your career, and you don't have to name names, but could you look around the dressing room or could you look on the opposing bench and could you figure out those that wanted to be the hero and those that just wanted to avoid making the mistake? I mean, was that plain for you to see that there were those that wanted the puck on their stick with the game on the line that could thrive under pressure, and then you had the opposite as well?
I felt myself in those moments there defaulting to the more defensive side of the game. And then I played with my right winger, who I won 6 Stanley Cups with, Glenn Anderson. He was the kind of guy that was trying to, really drive hard offensively and take the game and try to score the winning goal. And we're on the same line. Maybe that the difference of us in our mentalities work perfectly. But everybody's wired different. Everybody's got fear, failure. The best have that, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's okay to internalize those feelings, but you can't let them paralyze you. And it's for me, going into a Game 7, I allowed myself to visualize what if we didn't win, leading up to the game, and then slowly as you get closer to the game, you allow yourself to kind of push the negative feelings aside, and you start to fill yourself up with all the great things that are going to happen and what you need to do to execute the game plan, and of course ultimately to seeing yourself holding the trophy. And as the game starts, all the negative and the positive go away, and then you drill yourself down into just executing the game plan, and you don't think about the what ifs and what should have been or what could have been. You just really kind of play in the moment. And I think trust becomes a massive word when you think about it. Can I trust each one of the players that are going out there to not only to do their part from a strategic standpoint, be in the right position, be in the right places at the right time, but not get undisciplined and take poor penalties at the wrong time because their ego is bruised and someone took advantage of them, then being able to hold all that in check. So there's just so many dynamics to think about for a team in order to overcome all the obstacles to win a championship. And it's fascinating to me. It's one of the reasons I was able to play 26 years, because once you do it, you understand how fun it is, but also how complicated and intricate it is to kind of get not only the team from a physical standpoint to come together, but how a team comes together emotionally, mentally, and the spirituality around a team, and the respect that lives inside that locker room is incredible.
Get the latest news, opinion, and analysis from MMA to boxing and the professional wrestling world 24/7. SiriusXM Fight Nation, SiriusXM 156, and the SXM app.
I'm Frank Trachtenberg with your SiriusXM NHL schedule for Friday, January the 24th. All times are Eastern, and please remember, all games, times, and channels are subject to change. Check SiriusXM.com for the latest updates. In the NHL, 7:30 p.m., Dallas Stars face the Vegas Golden Knights. Stars on Sirius 210, XM 221, and Internet 928. Knights on Internet 949. 7:30 p.m., New York Islanders take on the Philadelphia Flyers. Islanders on Sirius 208, XM 219, and Internet 937. Flyers on Internet 940. 8 p.m., Winnipeg Jets